Folks, it's the holiday season, and in the words of Justin Bieber,
Baby, I wasn't trying!
and in the other words of Justin Bieber, it's about time for you to act merrily, it's about time for you to give to charity. Christmas is all about being generous and spending quality time with your loved ones, right? Wrong. Christmas time is about owning the libs. The woke mob has gone too far. Pretty soon it's gonna be Frosty the Snow them. And I'm fucking pissed. Yeah, guys, where most Christmas movies will focus on the heart and soul of the holiday season, the Christmas movie we're gonna talk about this year focuses on how the woke left is ruining Christmas for everybody. And that movie is called Jingle Smells. It's available to watch for free on Tubi, which is always a good sign. And guys, I've said this before, I'll say it again. Every movie is good, and I stand by that, but I don't see Jingle Smells as a movie at all. Like, that does not fall under the movie category. And you'll know what I mean when we get into it. I actually found out about this movie from a creator on TikTok named Nulls, so I just want to give a quick shout out to them real quick. So Jingle Smells was released in 2023. It premiered on Rumble, and this film is especially unique because it was executively produced by the Fox News superstar Sean Hannity. And if you're unfamiliar with Sean Hannity, let's do a quick run through of his accolades. He was named in a defamation lawsuit against Fox News for spreading misinformation regarding voter fraud. He was accused of sexual misconduct in a separate lawsuit in response to Donald Trump bragging about grabbing women by the pussy. He said this:
King David had 500 concubines, for crying out loud.
He's engaged in homophobia, Islamophobia, xenophobia, pretty much anything awful you can do as a journalist. Sean Hannity has done it. He was also a fucking D1 Obama hater, bro. Like, he did not fuck with Obama whatsoever. And I'm not gonna sit here and say Barack Obama was a perfect president, but at least he looked good, man. Barack Obama was dripping in swag. No, he was drowning in it. Sorry, I misspoke. I said droning. Drone. Sean Hannity, the producer of this Jingle Smells movie, famously criticized Barack Obama for putting Dijon mustard on a hamburger.
You got like a spicy mustard or something like that, or a Dijon mustard, something like that.
All right, Dijon mustard. I hope you enjoyed that fancy burger, Mr. President.
Dude, a bottle of Dijon mustard is like fucking $2, man. It's genuinely so funny to get pissed off about that and then also endorse Donald Trump, who lives in a fucking solid gold mansion. That's like super villain shit, man. So if someone like Sean Hannity wants to produce a film, you know it's gonna be incredible the whole way through. So without further ado, let's watch Jingle Smells. The movie starts with a news broadcast from, you guessed it, Sean Hannity.
Pro-God, pro-military.
This is also when we meet the main character of the film, Nick. He's locked up in a jail cell at the prison for violating his parole.
Come on, Nick, you're killing me with that little guitar.
It's weird though, because they never say like what he's on parole for. Like we have no idea if it was like petty theft or like murder, like who knows? This is also when we find out that Nick's dad is the chief of police.
You do this again, I'm not letting you out. Let him out.
It's so great when conservatives are always like, no, guys, cops are the good guys. Trust me, there's only a few bad apples. We should give them more money, actually. And then they go on and make a movie where in the first 2 minutes of the film, the police chief is literally bending the rules of the law for his own benefit. Like, good job, guys. Nice. So Nick is like the classic slacker character with no job, no direction in his life. And Nick's dad is always like bailing him out of these situations.
But I smooth it over for you.
But this time, it's different. Nick's dad says that this is the last time he's gonna ever help him out.
This is the last time.
And then he immediately helps him out one more time by getting him a job as a garbage man.
Oh my God.
I can't be picking up trash all day.
Then get the Jingle Smells title card. So that's where the smells comes from, cause he's a garbage guy. Get it, cause garbage stinks. You know what else stinks? Not budgeting your money. Which brings us to the sponsor of today's video, Rocket Money. Folks, everything feels way more expensive these days, and I don't like it. So I'm trying to find new ways to save money and optimize my spending. And that's why I'm so excited to tell you about today's sponsor, Rocket Money. Keeping track of all of your checking, savings accounts, loans, and investments can be super annoying because there's usually like separate banking apps for each one, and it's just way too overwhelming. But with Rocket Money, you can securely link all your accounts to give you a bird's eye view of your finances with both high-level and in-depth account insights. Rocket Money can also help you identify your spending habits. For example, if you see you're spending too much money on fast food, you can actually set a spending goal in the app to help you work towards cutting back. You can also easily create a personalized budget within the app and receive receive weekly or monthly spending reports to stay on top of your financial activity. So if you want to start taking control of your spending habits, Rocket Money is the best way to do that. And folks, Rocket Money is free to download, but you can get a free premium trial when you sign up with my link. Just go to rocketmoney.com/Curtis or just simply scan the QR code on screen. And I'll also include the link in my description because I'm a really nice guy. All right, thank you so much to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video. Back to me. All right, so this next scene is where we get one of the main plot lines of the film. We get to these two news anchors talking about this action star Mason Stone, who was recently canceled for a video he posted online.
Now Mason's career has taken a turn for the worse.
And this news anchor is played by everybody's favorite stand-up comedian, Jim Breuer. If you've never heard of him, I am so jealous of you. Not because you get to experience him for the first time right now. I'm jealous because you went your whole life without knowing that this guy exists. Just take a look at Jim Breuer doing his hilarious impression of a Chinese person.
You don't think China was watching that going, oh my gosh, she's so funny! She answered no question, so funny!
Man, they really got the best of the best for jingle smells, man. But anyways, let's see what Mason Stone said in this video to get himself canceled.
May God bless America, and may he protect our troops! USA! USA!
This is so corny, man. And I know they're exaggerating it for comedic effect, but I know for a fact there are people out there who genuinely think saying, God bless America and protect our troops will genuinely get you canceled, and it's just straight up not true. You know how I know? Because God bless America and may he protect our troops is exactly what Chris Pratt says whenever a camera is pointed at him, okay?
Hey guys, just stop real quick and pray with me.
And he gets cast in every movie ever. They could come out with a fucking Oprah Winfrey biopic and Chris Pratt would get the part. So they spend the next few minutes showing the public's outrage towards Mason Stone. And by public's outrage, I mean just one video.
Now is the time to boycott Stone!
And this is also when they show the CEO of Cash Bro Toys, played by Eric Roberts. And he's announcing that they are discontinuing any toys that have to do with Mason Stone.
His recent actions do not currently align with our corporate values. We will no longer be manufacturing or distributing any toys, games, or other products related to Mason Stone character.
It's always great when conservatives complain about cancel culture because they're always just so hypocritical. They're always like, it's a free country, man, free speech. We should be able to say whatever we want. But then just a few months ago, if someone said literally anything that could be viewed as remotely insensitive about Charlie Kirk, they'd have a mob of angry right-wing people trying to get them fired from their job. That's like textbook cancel culture, dude.
Call them out. In hell, call their employer.
And also, dude, Jim Breuer can go on stage and do a fucking super offensive Chinese accent.
Oh my gosh, she's so funny!
And still do shows in theaters all across America. Louis C.K. can whip his willy out in front of several non-consenting women and then go on to sell out Madison Square Garden and also win a Grammy. So I don't know if cancel culture actually exists in the way that they're portraying it, you know? But anyways, let's get back to it. Nick is now working as a garbage man, and when I say working as a garbage man, I mean playing volleyball and having a pillow fight. I do love this scene though, because this guy in particular, he's supposed to be like the angry, like supervisor dude who's like just trying to get the work done. But then when they hit him with a pillow, he can't help but smile. I don't know, I thought that was really adorable. Genuinely, I think that was the only time I smiled while watching this movie. And I don't even think it was in the script. It's a nice reminder that no matter how shitty your day is going, if someone starts a pillow fight with you, you're gonna have a good day.
Pillow fight.
Bro, get up. Like, it's a pillow fight, dude, fight back.
Oh yeah!
We then cut to Nick back at his apartment, and look, I know this character is supposed to be like a slacker, you know? So I can expect that he's gonna have a messy apartment, but Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Is he wiping his ass on his wall? Just in his house alone, no job, just smearing his own shit on his walls? Wallpaper's the same as toilet paper. Fucking turning his drywall into wet wall, dude, what the hell? Nick then meets his dad at a coffee shop where this happy man is singing Christmas songs, and if I know anything about shitty Christmas movies, any character with a gray beard is Santa in disguise, so I'm gonna call it right now. If we find out that this guy is Santa, I'm gonna fucking flip.
On Christmas Day.
This is a pretty important part of the movie. This is when we find out that Nick actually used to be in the army.
With what you dealt with what you saw? I mean, I only saw it on TV, and I probably would have crawled into a bottle too if I didn't have Lisa.
So Nick was injured during his service, and now he's back in his hometown trying to find a purpose in his life.
Father and son, both serving in the same war, nearly 20 years apart. How wild is that, huh?
2 generations fighting in the same war. Ain't that just a hoot, man? This is such a bummer. This guy played Clark Kent's dad in Smallville. And now he's playing the dad of a man who smears poop on his walls, man. How the mighty fall. Went from parenting Superman to fucking Pooperman, bro. We then get a quick scene between Nick's dad and his girlfriend Lisa. And Lisa thinks that Nick's dad is doing way too much for Nick and that Nick needs to start acting like an adult. And you know what? I agree.
He is a grown man.
I don't care if you got PTSD or not. Quit wiping shit on your walls, pal. PTSD, put the shit down. So it's now the next day. Nick wakes up in his literal shitty apartment, and classic lazy slacker guy, he slept through his alarm. And Nick's coworker tells him that their regular garbage man duties have been put on hold as they've been hired to pick up a big load of boxes at a company's warehouse and dispose of them at a dump.
We are picking up some load and we're heading to a landfill.
Nick hastily gets ready, falls over, spits milk out of his mouth, and runs out of the house with a piece of pizza hanging from his mouth. This is just more proof he's living in an anime. They get to the location of the trash removal, and nobody will tell them who the client is.
Who's the client?
That's privileged information.
But this is a ton of product that needs to be destroyed immediately. Pretty much an entire warehouse full of boxes. And for some reason, this huge corporation hired 2 garbage men with a city-owned garbage truck to be the guys to dispose of it.
You fellas got days, a week tops. These all need to be gone before Christmas.
But this is a super confidential job, so this guy is gonna be supervising them and watching them like a hawk.
And the client strictly said, keep this on the DL.
But then immediately after saying that, he says this.
Now, I would help, but as you know, I got several other responsibilities to take care of around here.
So fucking which is it, man? And don't try anything funny. I'll be watching you all day. Okay, all right, I gotta go. I can't watch you all day. So before they start squishing the boxes in the garbage truck, they decide to open one up to see what's inside. And what they find is fucking crazy.
What is it?
It's Silver Saturn. Silver Saturn was Mason Stone's big role.
Yeah, guys, it's all the Mason Stone action figures that they're throwing out because he got canceled by the libs.
Big client. They're keeping all hush-hush. Just Cash Bro Toys. They rent this place out, and this is where they're stashing all the Mason Stone stuff.
And yeah, I feel like if there was a huge company that needed to dispose of a bunch of product really quickly, I think they would dispose of it themselves immediately. Like, it makes no sense to put a bunch of like canceled toys in a huge warehouse for fucking days. And it's so crazy because they probably threw out all these toys because some college kid got triggered on the internet or something.
You know, it's all because some college kid on the internet got triggered or something.
Hey, that's what I said. So during his shift, Nick starts walking around aimlessly outside because he's awful at everything he does. And he comes across a sad little boy sitting on the ground.
Some little girls up at the park were throwing rocks at me. One hit my chain and that's what broke it.
Seriously? They're throwing rocks? What is this, the West Bank?
Jesus Christ, man. You know what? I wish cancel culture was actually real. So whoever wrote that fucking line could be barred from ever writing dialogue ever again. What the fuck? Little tip, if you're trying to make your protagonist like a likable guy, maybe don't have him tell a super lame and out of touch joke about Palestine. You know, putting that joke in the movie doesn't surprise me because fucking Sean Hannity produced this quote unquote movie. But anyways, this sad little kid keeps talking to this strange man for some reason. And then he reveals some more personal details about himself.
Do you live near here?
Yeah, over there on Rice Street.
And then the little kid's bullies show up and start chirping him again.
Hurry back to your little hole in the wall.
And now Nick is magically on the other side of the fence, arguing with these little girls.
Where your elves jingle smells.
I said the title of the movie!
Jingle smells, stinking all the way.
So Nick shoves the little girls to the ground in a fit of anger, and I'm kidding, he doesn't do that, but you probably believe me, right? We then cut back to the CEO of Cash Bro, still freaking out about cancel culture.
When is this cancel culture nonsense gonna stop?
It's so funny these people are like, oh, when is cancel culture gonna stop? Yet the only people talking about it the entire time in this movie is them. They showed a video of one person being upset about the Mason Stone video, and then nothing else. Like, these people are making it a way bigger deal than it actually is.
Accountability is when there is proof you did something wrong.
Exactly. Okay, you know what? I can agree with that. Enough of these witch hunts. There needs to be definitive proof that the person did something wrong if you're gonna cancel them. I agree with that. Like when Donald Trump was proven guilty of 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. By their logic, they should be canceling that guy any minute now. I'll wait.
We used to have a thing called due process. Are they teaching that in law school still, that you're innocent until proven guilty?
Yes, another classic pillar in the conservative belief system. Everybody has the right to due process. Unless you're an immigrant, of course. Then they don't give a fuck about due process. They'll just have ICE detain you, put you in a detention center, and then have you deported before you can actually have a real trial. Just like the founding fathers wanted it to be. Okay, so Nick then meets up with a popular toy review YouTuber named Pop Frog. This Pop Frog guy specializes in buying rare toys. So Nick's plan is to sell one of the discarded Mason Stone action figures to him.
Is that a legit Silver Saturn?
Pop Frog is a little skeptical, so he's got to do his intense, thorough investigation to see if it's legit.
Let me check it out. Wow. This is legit.
Huh? What did that do?
This is legit.
I feel like if he was really an expert on rare toys, he'd be able to tell that it was real by being literally right beside it. All Nick did was move it like a few inches closer to him. This is a real samurai sword used by a real samurai. I'll be the judge of that. What? Ah! Oh my god!
This is legit.
And then Pop Frog brings up a pretty good point that I brought up a few minutes ago.
I thought they incinerated these right away.
Yeah, again, it doesn't make sense whatsoever. Nobody can know that we made thousands of these action figures, so they need to be destroyed immediately. Let's hire 2
random unsupervised garbage men
and give them an entire week to do it. That's like hiring a random person to go into a bank vault and polish all the gold bars, but then turn all the security cameras off and leave them a disguise and a new identity with a new passport and everything. What could go wrong? But anyways, Nick sells this action figure to the YouTuber for $200.
$200.
Done.
And plans to bring more action figures to sell.
What if I told you I had more?
We then cut to Nick's dad having dinner with his girlfriend while this jolly guy plays Christmas songs in the background. Again, if this guy is Santa, I'm gonna flip.
The stars are bright.
But they're arguing about how Nick never pays them back when they lend him money.
Well, a loan implies repayment, and to date, he has not paid you back a single dime.
But then Nick shows up and absolutely flexes on them.
Hey, that's the first installment.
What bank did you rob?
We then get a nice clip of some textbook, awful editing.
Where did you get this much cash?
Or maybe his dad is a ventriloquist on the side. I don't know.
Where did you get this much cash?
We now cut to the little boy who is getting bullied. He opens his door and finds a Christmas present sitting on his doorstep. He opens it up and it's one of the canceled Mason Stone action figures.
Wow.
And the card attached to the gift reads,
Merry Christmas, Silas, from Jingle Smells?
So yeah, I guess Nick stalked this little boy to find out where he lived and then made him an accessory in his crime by giving him one of the stolen toys he was supposed to destroy.
What a nice guy.
Imagine on the card it said, P.S. Check your walls. That's my poop. We then cut to the Cash Bros CEO finding out that Pop Frog has several of the Mason Stone action figures, and he's pretty upset.
How the heck did he get it?
Yeah, I wonder how, man. A real fucking whodunit.
We'll find out and squash him.
Dude, these guys are so dumb. Anyone with a brainstem would be like, ah, fuck, it's gotta be the only 2 guys that have access to the toys right now.
No more monkey business.
But that same day, the sad little boy tracks down Nick to tell him about the gift.
You talked to Santa, didn't you? That toy was awesome.
Oh, hey, no, we don't talk about that out loud, okay?
Okay, but why?
Just because it's between me and you know, and the big guy.
The president?
No, not him. Don't go near him.
So this movie was made when Joe Biden was still president. So that was supposed to be a diss towards him when they said don't go near him.
Don't go near him.
But I think that dialogue holds up, you know? I think that joke still works when you're talking about Donald Trump because, you know. Nick then lies to Silas and tells him that Santa asked Nick to help him deliver presents this year.
A lot of kids on the block probably won't be getting much for Christmas.
Okay, you're right, kid. Santa did talk to me, and he asked me for help.
So he gets Silas to give him the addresses of all the low-income households in the neighborhood so he can deliver presents to the less fortunate.
So Santa, he did give me some toys, but he forgot to give me a list, and I don't know where all the good kids live.
We then get this emotional scene where Nick is walking home and he's seeing everybody struggle during the holiday season. This couple can't afford a Christmas tree while the evil Christmas tree salesman is openly counting all the money he's made. First time I've ever seen someone try to paint a fucking Christmas tree salesman as evil, but you know, at least this movie's trying something new. Also, if you can't afford a Christmas tree, just chop one down. Trees are everywhere and we don't even need them. We need to replace every forest with a Bass Pro Shop. Why do we need the Amazon if there's Amazon? Sorry, I'm just trying to appeal to this film's general audience. So Nick is absolutely fed up with this Christmas injustice. So this is when he becomes Jingle Smells. He runs around town dropping off gifts to the less fortunate kids all over. And when I say gifts, he's just dropping off the same couple of action figures to every household. And this is what is like so funny to me about a conservative Christmas film, because Christmas movies are always about like being generous and charitable and helping people in need. But when the fuck has the conservative government ever done anything anything for people in need. Donald Trump's recently passed One Beautiful Bill Act will leave 18 million children without access to free lunches. Just over 1 million people will be cut off from their SNAP benefits, and also 12 million people could lose health coverage because of the bill's massive cuts to Medicaid. Which, by the way, 1 in 10 veterans rely on Medicaid for their health benefits, and the main character of this fucking movie is a war veteran struggling to get by in his daily life. Like, how do they not fucking see the irony, dude? A conservative Christmas movie does not make sense. Straight up, conservatives would not fuck with Santa Claus if he was a real guy. A dude from a foreign country giving free toys to children and eating your cookies? If Santa wasn't shot in the chest for trespassing, ICE would fucking capture Santa Claus and slit his throat live on Fox News. Alright, sorry, let's get back to the movie. All the kids find the action figures delivered to them by Jingle Smells, and word gets out about this, so we now cut back to the news anchors.
Who left the gifts or where they acquired them remains a mystery.
Who could it be? We then cut back to this guy playing the worst song ever on his guitar. If he's Santa Claus, I'm gonna flip. Nick then has a meeting with his dad, who's still skeptical about how he's making all that money.
And I hope you're keeping your nose clean.
Yeah, I don't think it's his nose you gotta worry about him keeping clean. Have you seen his apartment? It's caked in shit. We then get another awesome ventriloquist moment from his dad.
They don't have a whole lot of guidance at home, and the few that actually do have parents, they don't get to see them very often because they're...
So Nick and his coworker go back to the warehouse to grab more action figures, but they find out that Cash Bro is restricting access to the warehouse until they find out who is distributing the action figures.
And no one is to come anywhere near this warehouse until they figure out their next move.
Something they should have done fucking days ago.
Somebody has been distributing their product.
Later that night, Nick actually breaks into the warehouse as Jingle Smells and steals more action figures. And then he goes out yet again to deliver more of these toys to the kids all over town. He then gets caught by his dad's girlfriend, and her genius brain puts 2 and 2 together.
What are you doing here? You don't live in this neighborhood, and what is with the mask?
Wait, Nick was wearing a mask, and he dropped off a bunch of toys signed Jingle Smells. This can only mean one thing. Nick is copying Jingle Smells. The next day, the sad little boy finds Nick and delivers some bad news.
It's my mom. She works at the hospital. She heard 2 doctors talking. They said Santa can't visit the sick kids tonight. Said he had to cancel because there's a snowstorm.
Yeah, there's a bunch of sick kids at the hospital who aren't getting presents this Christmas because Santa is gonna get stuck in a snowstorm.
Some of those kids are very sick. They really wanted to see Santa.
This kid's a fucking bummer. So Nick's coworker confronts him about being Jingle Smells, and he freaks out.
Just because you're happy living in the dump being nothing doesn't mean I have to. Hey!
What a nice guy. Nick is down on his luck, and what do people do in shitty Christmas movies when they're down on their luck? They go to church.
Yes! I could use some help.
I want you to kill Peter Parker.
Then the guitar man shows up, and they have an emotional conversation about Nick's experience in the army.
And they died. There's warning, there's no reason for it, you know?
I hate to break it to you, son, but that's just life.
I get it. If he is Santa Claus, I am gonna flip.
Every year I see it. A person who's good one year is just suddenly bad the next.
No.
Bah, humbug. Certainly not Nick Gutman, the military hero turned noble garbage man.
How do you know my name?
No.
Hello. Thank you for all you've done to help us this year.
Look at that. My little helpers have come to visit me on Christmas Eve.
Oh. Merry Christmas, Santa. I mean, Grandpa.
Oh.
Merry Christmas.
Grandpa?
Something like that.
No. Wait, no, hold on. Seriously, how do you know my...
He was Santa? I fucking knew it, man. I'm so pissed. I am about to flip. Okay, so let me get this straight. In this universe, Santa exists. Santa is a real guy, and that guy was Santa the whole fucking time. In that case, Santa is a fucking asshole, dude. There's a whole street of kids in that town who just never got toys on Christmas.
A lot of kids on the block probably won't be getting much for Christmas.
And there's sick kids at the hospital who never got toys either.
Somebody needs to bring them toys.
And he said Santa can't deliver them because of a snowstorm.
Said he had to cancel because there's a snowstorm.
He's there. Santa is there already. Dude, just walk him over.
I hate to break it to you, son, but that's just life.
Fuck Santa, man. Fuck Santa. Okay, we're almost done the movie, thank God. Nick goes to the hospital and he sneaks around to deliver these toys to the sick kids. And I'm guessing security cameras don't exist in this town, which is, you know, pretty convenient because Nick would have been caught several times already. I also can't help but wonder why he didn't, like, just sell all of the action figures and then use the money he got from selling the action figures to buy, like, a huge assortment of gifts instead of giving everybody these random-ass fucking action figures, right? All those kids are probably like, the fuck am I gonna do with this? The movie never even came out. I wanted V-Bucks.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
Nick ends up getting caught by his father at the hospital, and his dad is pissed.
Come on, you gave me $1,000 cash and you made me an accessory.
Well, you know what they say. Some accessories are required.
Am I smiling?
No.
But yeah, I don't know what he meant by that. I think they mixed up some assembly required and accessories sold separately.
Some accessories are required.
It was a good effort though. But shockingly, you're not gonna believe this. Nick's dad, the police officer, bends the rules yet again to let Nick deliver the toys.
I'm giving you 5 minutes. That's it, Nick. Then we need to get you out of here.
Jingle smells,
Stinking all the way. Gives out toys to girls and boys with a garbage truck for a sleigh. Hey!
Freestyle, okay.
Merry Christmas.
Man, this is so dumb. I'm sorry, this is so lame. Yeah, this is what sick kids need. They don't need free, accessible healthcare. They need an action figure from a movie that never came out. This is the American dream.
Merry Christmas.
But when Nick is all done, he leaves so he can escape without getting caught.
Don't move.
Nah, just kidding. They don't shoot him. They put Nick in handcuffs and they bring him to the Cash Bro headquarters for some reason. I guess it makes sense. If they brought him to jail, he'd just get fucking bailed out again, so it's not a big deal. And then the townsfolk show up and start protesting by singing the Jingle Smells song.
Jingle smells, jingle smells.
The Mason Stone actor guy shows up and he absolutely owns the libs yet again.
This got it, snowflakes.
And then the Cash Bros CEO just changes his mind immediately about Jingle Smells.
I was wrong.
And he lets Nick go.
Officer, I'm not pressing charges.
Yay. And the movie ends with a big party, and we also find out that Mason Stone is no longer canceled. He just booked a big new movie role.
A new movie? Oh, that is awesome.
So what the fuck? This entire movie, they're like, cancel culture has gone way too far. It is a real thing that exists, and it's ruining everybody's lives.
Jingle Smell's secret identity is Nick Gutman. He's a warrior for standing up to cancel culture.
And then you end the movie by literally showing it does not exist. Dude, what the fuck?
I guess everybody deserves a second chance.
But yeah, that's the movie Jingle Smells, guys. That movie stunk more than Nick's walls, man. Holy shit. I think overall, I'm gonna give Jingle Smells a 1 out of 10. I would give it a 0, but this movie actually did something pretty cool, I think. This movie shows us what we have to look forward to if the conservative government continues to cut funding to art programs, okay? And I'm sorry for repeating myself again, but it's just so bonkers, man. The idea of a conservative Christmas movie, it's kind of an oxymoron, you know? Like, in no way was this movie ever going to be good. Christmas is about giving back and helping out underprivileged and marginalized communities. And that kind of goes against everything the conservative government cares about, which is, of course, making a small group of billionaires even richer than they already are. So the responsibility falls on us yet again. Somewhere around this video, you'll see a link to donate to a fundraiser for Feeding America. They are the largest hunger relief organization in the United States, and they've been given a 95% approval rating on Charity Navigator. So they actually do like good, honest work when it comes to eliminating hunger in America. And whenever I talk about American politics on my channel, there's always hundreds of comments that say something along the lines of, "Bro, what do you care? You're Canadian. This doesn't even affect you, bro." Which is probably the most American thing you could ever say. Half of my audience is American. I don't know what they're teaching in geography down there, but we do share a pretty big border. We're your fucking upstairs neighbors. And I've also done a lot of work in the US, which means I've paid a lot of US taxes. I've probably paid more US taxes than those fucking billionaires, man. I'm gonna live there, bro.
I think I know more about American people than you do, Julian.
So yeah, if you have the means to donate anything this holiday season, please feel free to donate to Feeding America. Any little bit helps, and I will also be matching donations up to $10,000. All right, guys, that's it for the video, and also that's it for 2025, dude. Whoa, it's been a crazy year, man. Finished my very first world tour. I did a bunch of shows in Europe and the UK for the first time in my life, and I had the most incredible time, man. I did shows in some of the world's most iconic venues all across America, Canada, Australia as well, and this has honestly been the best tour of my entire life, so thank you so much to everybody who came out to those shows. I am taking a break from touring next year, so I'm very excited to have some time at home, you know, so I can put all my energy into YouTube and making the best videos I possibly can. I have a lot of really fun video ideas that I've been wanting to make, but my touring schedule has been pretty gnarly. But yeah, anyways, thank you for the ongoing support. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys have a nice holiday season and a happy, fun, safe new year, and I'll see you guys in 2026. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that bullshit, and trust me, I would stick around, but unfortunately I have to go. I have to go deliver a bunch of toys. I've been Santa the whole time. Bye, folks. Every single year on May 4th, without fail, I get exactly 1 year older. And I'm gonna be honest, it's starting to tick me off a little bit. Even after doing all those anti-aging techniques I found on TikTok, I am still aging all the time. Getting older kind of feels like checking your blind spot and actually seeing a car there. Like, I know it's bound to happen, but I didn't think it would actually happen, you know? I think everybody has their own weird relationship with aging, but I think most adults have that exact moment where they realize that they are, for the lack of a better word, chopped and also unk. For me, it was right now when I said chopped and also unk. No, I'm just kidding. I think it was actually a few years ago where I like genuinely thought to myself, maybe I should run a marathon. Knowing full well I have no interest or experience with running long distances. Dude, that was the exact moment that I knew that I was no longer a young man. Dude, I'm in bed by 9 p.m. I golf several times a week. I get back pain. I am an old man. And to be honest, it fucking rocks, dude. I love it. Getting older fucking rips. Dude, 17 again? That's a horror movie. Being a teenager fucking sucks, and I'm like super happy that I never have to experience that ever again. Which brings us to the topic of today's video. There is a man on TikTok who I've seen for about a year now, and I've been truly fascinated by him and his content, and I've thought about making a video about him for a while, but he's been going like especially viral these past few months, so I figured that was a sign for me to finally make this video. And also, it's been a while since I made like a silly little video about a silly little guy on TikTok. So the guy we're gonna be looking at today, his name on TikTok is Luan Oli. He has 129,000 followers on TikTok. And his bio is, "I'm always talking here," which is arguably the best TikTok bio I've ever seen in my life. Dude, I need to fucking steal that immediately. That's so accurate, dude. I'm always talking here. Well, let's take a look at one of his recent TikToks with over 10 million views. I mean, just an incredible piece of content. The pretend conversation followed by the smolder to the camera, the awkward peace sign, the caption making it seem like it was not him who posted this video himself. It's literally a perfect TikTok. My favorite part is him giving like the really cool double peace sign and then immediately skipping away. Just immediately killed any amount of swagger he did have in that moment. What do you mean I'm the coolest guy in the world? You're Timothy Chalamet. Oh man, I love you so much. Man.
Curtis,
dude,
what's up, man?
I'm sorry, buddy. I'll talk. No, I'll see you there. Yeah, I got you. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Dude, it's been forever.
Yeah.
We grew up together. Do you remember me?
Yeah. You're Dial.
Yeah, Danny. So you were talking to Timothy Chalamet on the phone?
You heard all that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so embarrassing.
How was that embarrassing?
It's just like I try to be low key.
All right, well we should do something sometime. We should catch up.
I'd love to, man. I can't right now. I'm booked busy, man. I still booked, dude. I got A$AP Rocky's birthday bash, baby shower later. I'm his best man, so I gotta go.
That's so cool, man. Yeah, all right, well, you know what? Get out of here. Go have fun, man.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Yeah, see you.
God, he's so cool and so young. It's a shame what's gonna happen to him. It's a shame A$AP Rocky's gonna kill him when he gets there.
What? So this Luan guy, he makes a lot of videos exactly like the one that we just watched, where the caption will be 36-year-old man who looks 17. And the videos will feature him skipping and jumping around his neighborhood. And I think his videos get so many views because we're all thinking it. This 36-year-old man does not look 17. He looks great, don't get me wrong. You know, he looks good for his age. He doesn't look a day over 35. But claiming to look 17 is it's fucking nuts, bro. Him skipping around too, like, dude, that's exactly what an old guy thinks a young person would do. He is like the personification of the, how do you do, fellow kids? And we'll get into the details of these videos, but like I said, I've been I don't want to say fan. I've been an observer of Luan for the better part of a year now, and he didn't always make this type of video, but his content has always been very unique. So in this video, I like to do a little case study and showcase a real timeline of Luan's content and how it's evolved over the years, because I truly think this man is one of the most fascinating guys on TikTok right now. So Luan posted his very first TikTok on March 31st, 2023. It was a video about him only having 2 followers, but still viewing those 2 followers as like his really close friends. For the first arc of his TikTok career, Luan would post little comedy sketches and stuff, and then a short time later, he would adopt his first catchphrase. Well, I guess it wasn't really a phrase, it was kind of just like a noise. So like his catch noise. Catch sound.
Hey guys, here we go. Welcome. This is me. It's
why alone? I told you that I don't need any problem in my life right now.
Yeah, for some reason he started doing a little at the end of his videos. It's fucking genius. I do love that. It's really smart, you know, a little sound, you know? A little lets the viewer know that video's not, it's just a joke, you know, you're not supposed to be taken too seriously. And that's a good way to get that message across. It spans across all languages, you know? I honestly wish we'd all incorporate that into our everyday lives. Okay, sir, are you ready for your tongue removal surgery? Yeah, I'm ready. I just feel bad for my wife. Got it! What's wrong? Cat got your tongue? See what I mean? That'd be pretty cool. This era of Luan's content was so interesting because I guess he realized that making little weird noises at the end of his videos was getting him more views. So he continued to make weird noises at the end of his videos, but things quickly got a little out of hand.
I really don't waste my time to try to explain how smart you are.
I'll have what he's having. Full on moaning, dude. What the fuck? He sounds like the fucking weasel from the Barbie movies, dude. That is some big brain shit, dude. That's how you respond to the haters, man. They hate while you ejaculate. Dude, get cummed on, man. But then Luan entered his next era of content in December 2023. And this is when I started getting his videos on my For You page. So personally, these are my favorite videos of his. We'll describe this era as the lion era because instead of doing a fart sound at the end of his videos, he started ending his videos in the coolest way imaginable.
People always compliment me, but not a single woman wants me.
Yeah, man, I wonder why, dude. They're probably fucking terrified of you, buddy. You're shaking a tree around and screaming like a lion, dude. I don't know if that screams, I'm a good guy. I think that just screams. Fuck, man, his videos, his videos are nuts, man. I'd love to think that this video was unedited, too. Like, this is just a sound he could make. That'd be so sick, dude. If he could actually do that, he has a bright future as the new MGM mascot. And I love this era of his videos, man, because they're just so unique, man. No one's doing this. And this was before he spammed the 36-year-old man who looks 17 style of content. So at this time, man, you never knew what you were gonna get when he popped up on your For You page. Here's another one from early 2024.
Get out of here! Nobody likes you.
That's so funny, right? The next time...
What was that sound? Was that supposed to be a gunshot, dude? I'm guessing it was. It says it's an American school, so...
If you guys mess up with me again, I'm going to rip your ball out of you.
Okay, I assume he's like teaching at the school in this scenario because he's a 36-year-old man. So if this is his first day teaching at an American school, I think it's also gonna be his last day teaching at this American school, dude. Cause threatening to rip your students' balls out of them?
Rip your ball out of you. Remember that.
The class cheering for him too, dude. Wow. He had the balls to stand up to us. I wish I had the balls to do something like that. But he ripped mine out of me. Okay, now I want to show you guys the very first TikTok that I saw from Luan. Because this is a pivotal TikTok in the timeline.
Hey, what's up?
I want to tell you that I call you off your dating.
If you invited me for a date, why you call off now?
So sorry.
Fuck, man, I love this shit so much. That roar, dude. If you cancel on a date with someone, they mock you and then roar like a lion, you dodged a fucking bullet, dude. That is insane. Also, guys, I just found this out while I was scripting, but this TikTok was actually posted on my birthday last year. And this is a selfie I took right after I found that out. It's a big deal. This video got 70,000 likes, and for some reason, Luan really, really liked this one. So for the next little bit, every few days, he lip-synced to his own sound and posted essentially the exact same video 14 times.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I gotta respect the hustle, dude. I'm also really jealous, dude. I wish I could do that on YouTube. That would make my job so much easier. I could just lip sync to my like hour-long videos that I already made. Dude. Speaking of videos I've made before, this year I've had to do a lot of editing on the road, which unfortunately means connecting to public, unencrypted Wi-Fi networks at hotels and airports. Usually that would be a huge security issue, but no matter what Wi-Fi network I connect to, I know I'm protected because I use ExpressVPN. That's right, folks. This video is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Guys, I've been using ExpressVPN for years now, and let me tell you why. Like I just mentioned, if you're connected to an unencrypted Wi-Fi network, you're basically a sitting duck for hackers, as they can easily steal your personal information if they're connected to the same unencrypted network. But ExpressVPN wraps your traffic in an encrypted tunnel, making you a hacker's worst nightmare. ExpressVPN also shields your online activity from your internet service provider and other parties who are trying to spy on you. Yeah, guys, if you didn't know, your internet service provider can legally sell your browsing history to ad companies. Call me crazy. I think that's weird. That's creepy, okay? But thankfully, ExpressVPN encrypts and reroutes 100% of your network traffic through secure servers while also masking your IP address. So those pesky ISPs don't know nothing about what you're doing, and I think that's pretty cool. Another amazing thing about ExpressVPN is it allows you to easily unblock content that is blocked in your location. For example, I am in Canada, and Canadian Netflix doesn't have the show Lost, but the US Netflix does. So if I want to watch Lost, all I have to do is just switch to an American server. Bada bing, bada boom, couple clicks, I'm watching Lost. It's that easy. Another example, dude, a few weeks ago, I was on tour in Philadelphia, and after the show, I wanted to watch the new episode of The Chair Company, but I watched that on Crave in Canada. So when I was in Philadelphia, I just connected to a Canadian server, and there I was. I was watching TV just like I do at home. Folks, ExpressVPN is the world's best VPN. Simple as that. They have the fastest speeds, they have 24/7 customer support, and they've been rated #1 by CNET, The Verge, PC World, and many more. And folks, now is the best time to start using ExpressVPN because I've got an incredible deal for you guys. Find out how you can get up to 4 extra months by scanning the QR code on screen, clicking the link in the description below, or by going to expressvpn.com/CurtisTown. Thank you so much to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video and many others in the past. Hope you guys check them out. Back to the video. Around this time, Luan occasionally made videos about how young he looks, but he was a little more modest back in 2024. He wouldn't go as far as to say he looked 17. He used to say something a little more believable. You know, he would say that he looked 18. I could believe that. I could believe 18 all day, dude. 17 is fucked. 17 is ludicrous. But this is where things really started to ramp up for our guy Luan. His roaring videos starting to pop off. He was getting some traction. So now was the time for him to showcase what he was actually passionate about, which is, of course, his self-described youthful appearance. Halfway through 2024, the frequency of him posting the 36-year-old man who looks 17 videos increased tenfold, and it just gradually multiplied the past few years where they're pretty much like the only videos he posts on his TikTok now. Like, no joke, every single video he posts on his page relates to him looking like a 17-year-old boy. And I don't know if this is all an elaborate, like, rage bait technique just to get engagement from people, and if it is, this man is a fucking genius because people get so angry in his comment section.
That's not true. People don't like it because they're jealous.
The people in his comment section are more angry than Luan when someone cancels a date with him. But Luan feeds into this negative feedback, and he often responds to the comments, which is pretty badass. Someone commented on one of his I look 17 years old videos, and they said, "Who told you that?" And this was his response.
One time, I went to the party. Only teenager could be stay there. They let me in because they thought I was a teenager.
I don't know if that's the clapback you thought it was, man. I don't know why you're hating from outside of the party for teenagers. You can't even get in. Guys, could you imagine being a parent and supervising your teenager's party? And then this dude is there? You'd be like, hold on, who the fuck is this guy? Get out of here. Scram! Smacking him with a broom on the way out. Get out of here, 36-year-old. For real though, this guy, sure, he looks young, I guess, but if you put him beside an actual teenager, he does not look like 17, dude. If I was in like 11th or 12th grade math class or something and I looked to my left and fucking Luan was there, I'd have to tell the teacher, I'm sorry, I got a tattle on him, man. That's tattle words. You gotta go home, man. You can't be there. Let's watch another TikTok of his.
Yo. Let's go, bro. Yeah, I only dated girls over 18. Looking at me, I'm looking like 18. people has a jealous about me because I'm looking like 18.
Next time I'm in an Uber, dude, I am throwing that on the aux. Sorry.
I only dated girls over 18. Looking at me, I'm looking like 18.
Also, dude, if someone asks you if you're into young girls and you start freestyling, that's crazy. Maybe just say no. You know, I don't think it's a good time to break into song. Hey man, you're not into young girls, are you? Speaking of Luan and young girls, this person on TikTok who I guess is like a Luan hater, they posted a voice message that Luan sent them on TikTok, and it's pretty wild.
By the way, if you were 18, I could date you.
Fucking fart still. And yeah, people in the comment section are rightfully pretty shocked by that. And you know, one could argue that this is an insane thing to say to a minor. But you gotta remember, this guy's only 17. No, all jokes aside, that's a crazy fucking thing to say to a child, dude. Now I don't feel bad about making fun of this guy's videos anymore, okay? I don't feel bad at all. Because that's insane, dude. I don't care what the fucking law says. If you're a 36-year-old and you want to date an 18-year-old, call me crazy, I think that's fucking weird. Like, bro, that's literally half your age. Who do you think you are, Leonardo DiCaprio?
Thought this was Leonardo for a second.
Oh no! But apparently everyone who comes across Luan, they also tell him that he looks like a teenager. Like, this is not just him saying this, apparently. He made videos claiming that teachers were yelling at him to go back to school.
I walked past the school and some came up to me and said, why I was at school?
Someone refusing to sell him stuff because he's a teenager.
I went to buy something for my uncle at the bar and they want to say, sorry, you underage.
This one in particular is my favorite.
You won't believe this. A group of teenagers were asking me to play basketball with them. I said, yes! One of them said, you're 19.
Yeah, man, I'm sure that happened. That is a very normal human thing to say to someone. Hey bro, pass the ball. Great shot! You are 19. Yes. Okay, well, I guess he started the video by saying, you won't believe this.
You won't believe this.
And I don't, so he's right. I also wonder, like, how long he's gonna keep this up, you know? Because when he started making these videos, he was 35. And at that point, he said he looked 17. But now, he's 36, and he's still saying he looks 17. So it's not like the age he looks is increasing with each passing year as well. I think it'd be much better if he just maintained that 19-year age gap for, like, the rest of his life. That's genuinely a really funny bit. Like, I'm picturing him keeping that up well into his old age, and he's making TikToks like... To be honest though, getting older can be a scary thing to confront, especially publicly on social media. But here's the thing, nobody is forcing you to make videos on social media. So if you're like insecure and for some reason concerned about strangers on the internet thinking you don't look 17, then just stop making videos, man. Like, you don't have to. Dude, like, it's so much cooler to just accept the aging process than to like fight tooth and nail with people on the internet trying to convince them as well that you do look 17 years old. He is so defensive in his comment section if anybody disagrees with him whatsoever, and I genuinely think it's like super funny. I almost kind of admire him for it. So I want to show you some of the responses that I've seen. This person says, you don't even look 36. Jealous is everything you have. If he is a model, then I am the Queen of Denmark. You're so jealous. I don't know if you guys are doing this as well, but I'm picturing him skipping away after saying all of these. I'm 41 and you look older than me, lol. In your dreams, maybe. Fuck, man. People don't say in your dreams anymore. We gotta bring that shit back, dude. That is so good. You can say that to anything and it's automatically hilarious. One large coffee, that'll be $3. In your dreams. Hey, I really like your hat. In your dreams. I had a dream about you. In your dreams. I hooked up with a Minecraft YouTuber. You're in dream. Let's get back to the comments. Midlife crisis is hitting you hard, man. You'll get over it one day. I am younger than you. Okay, yeah, in the comments I will say he's a little more bold down there. Like, he doesn't just say, I look younger than you. He just factually claims that he is younger than everyone. Someone commented 40. Hold up, dude, the number 27 commented this shit. This comment looks like fucking long division, man. What the hell? But in response to 27's comment 40, Luan commented 16. 16? What? I thought it was 17, man. Now he's getting younger? What the fuck? I'm gonna check in on his TikTok page in a few months and it's gonna be like 36-year-old model who looks 3 minutes old. This shit is messed up, man. Back in my day, people lied about their age on the internet to seem older. This guy's got it backwards, man. He's the type of guy to buy a fake ID so he can't get into bars, too. Oh yeah, I should bring this up too. There's like a small community of people on TikTok who are kind of just like devoted Luan haters. And pretty frequently they'll post this specific screenshot from one of his videos in his comment section, along with the comment, life is not a strawberry. It's a great picture, man. There he is. There's our little 17-year-old boy. Man, they grow up so slow. And they comment life is not a strawberry because that was one of his catchphrases.
Actually, you're just jealous because I'm younger than you. Life is not a strawberry. By the way, life is not a strawberry.
And I looked up what that phrase means, and it's basically like, life, it ain't all peaches and cream. Yeah, man, the introduction of being able to comment photos on TikTok, we shouldn't have done that. That's so bad. But let's look at some more of Luan's troubling responses. You legit have gray hair. You ain't a teenager. Yes, I am. Why does he want to identify with a minor so much? Because I'm 17. All right. Uh-oh. I'm just gonna hope these are both typos, because I don't know if it's a good thing that he is actually claiming that he is a teenager. I mean, I don't know. At least he's not hanging out with teenagers, right? And oh man, never mind. I guess he has an 18-year-old friend, so that's good and normal. I mean, I highly doubt this guy is actually his friend. He does not look like he wants to be there whatsoever. Call me crazy. 36-year-old man should not have an 18-year-old friend. That's fucked. What are you guys gonna talk about? Wait, if you're 36, you can buy us alcohol. Dude, let's get pizza and beers. Pizza and beer? Okay, let me ask my aunt first. Your aunt? Yeah, my Aunt Acid. Cause that'll give me heartburn. The fuck is heartburn? Sorry, I want to show you guys one more comment because it made me laugh really hard. This person commented, how long have you been 17? And to that, Luan responded, I could be your son. Orphans be like? That's actually how I'm going to interpret this comment. This was a genuine cry for help from Luan. And how long have you been 17? I could be your son. What? Please, let me be your little boy. The fuck? Get away from me. How could you say that to me? I'm your son. Oh, honey, is this guy bothering you? Yes. You must be my father, though my ex did have the baby. Oh my god. Honey, no. This is clearly a 36-year-old man. What are you talking about? Well, yeah, he looks 36 because of all the stress of not having a dad. You don't have to worry about that anymore, son. Let's go play catch. I guess life is a strawberry. Plug. I don't want this video to seem like I'm just bullying a random guy on TikTok. I just think his videos are very funny, and I also think his TikTok page is truly a great place to learn how to age gracefully. You just have to do the exact opposite of whatever this is. Like, there's nothing worse than an old person acting like they're still young and hip, you know, like it just never works. Luan's TikToks remind me of this video I saw of that Mike Majlak guy.
Imagine in some alternate universe, Jimmy had joined Clout Gang and he was Clout. No, it wouldn't. He was Clout Beast and he started dating Tessa Brooks.
He's 40, dude. Researching for this video, I've watched pretty much every TikTok Luan has ever posted, and he claims that his secret to looking young is minding his own business and not gossiping.
Oh my god, how do you manage it to be so young?
I mind my own business and don't go around gossiping.
But like when he's not making videos about how young he thinks he looks, he is publicly arguing and insulting people who don't also think he looks 17. So he's not minding his own business, dude. He's doing the opposite. And I want to criticize him for like responding to all the hate comments in such a childish way, but like he's only 17. He's just a little boy. I keep forgetting that, man. I keep forgetting he is the youngest person ever.
How old are you?
I'm 36.
You are the youngest person ever.
The thing that makes me sad about these videos is like, I feel like aging on the internet used to be like a kind of like a taboo thing. Like it was viewed as like a bad thing, you know? Like people used to like make fun of old people for still posting videos on the internet. I really don't think it's like that anymore. The internet has been around for fucking decades now, and it's a huge part of all of our lives. So it's like, it's totally normal for people to still like actively make videos on the internet into their like elderly years. There's no shame in aging. Like you don't have to go online and be like, no guys, I'm 17. Trust me, I'm a little young boy. I'm a child. Or, you know, maybe this is all rage bait and I fell for it. Either way, these videos make me sad. I also think it'd be way less weird if he made videos like 36-year-old man who looks 26, you know? Like I don't see an issue with that, right? Like there's just something so inherently like creepy, you know? About a man in his 30s pretending to be a teenager. Like that's so strange, dude. I'm mostly sad for Luan because he has made several videos claiming that time does not exist for him. Those are the exact words he used, okay? And if that's the case, then all of his videos become truly terrifying. That completely recontextualizes everything. Because people have pointed out in his comment section that whenever he films videos outside in his town, there's nobody else on the streets. All the voices in his videos are just edited versions of his own voice.
I want to tell you that I call you off your dating.
So maybe time doesn't actually exist for this guy. Maybe Luan really is this lonely, ageless being whose soul has been bound to this town by some evil warlock. And he's watched all of his loved ones die because he's been forced to live alone as a 17-year-old half man, half lion for the rest of time. So guys, before you make fun of people online and post an unflattering picture of them with the caption, "Life is not a strawberry," just remember, that person might be in the throes of an unfathomably torturous curse. I think this video can be a good lesson for the young people out there. Aging is good, okay? I think it's good and it should be not only welcomed, but celebrated. Oh, you got smile lines right here? Oh no, you lived a life of joy and whimsy and laughter. Oh, you lived to be 80? Oh no! Dude, back in the day, people died when they were like fucking 6. That was old. If you were 6 years old, dude, you were an elderly person back then. Luan, he says that life is not a strawberry.
Life is not a strawberry.
But I disagree. I think life is a strawberry. Because just like a strawberry, we start off little, and then we grow into our full size. And then if we're lucky enough to not get eaten, then after a while, we start to get wrinkly and smelly and ugly until we ultimately die and are left to decompose alone in the dirt. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please press the like button because believe it or not, 1 like equals 1 gray hair I will grow on my head. Also, leave a comment or I'll fucking scream. And press the subscribe button because as soon as you do, you become a valued citizen of Curtistown. If you didn't know, Curtistown is the best place to live in the world and I'm the mayor. So you have to be nice to me. It's the law. I've got shows in Canada coming up. Come see those and it's gonna be good. Alright, that's it. Thank you so much. I would stick around, but unfortunately, I have preschool. I'm a little baby. USA, I've got some shows coming up in a few weeks. Salt Lake City, Denver, Phoenix, OKC, San Antonio, Austin, Houston, and Dallas. These shows are like 2 weeks away, so if you haven't got your tickets yet, click the link in my bio and I'll see you there. Enjoy the video. Folks, emergency video alert. Over the years, I have talked about many men, pickup artists, self-help gurus, alpha males, you name it. And they've all got their fun, silly little quirks about them, but they all have one thing in common, and that is their unbridled, deep-seated, insatiable hatred for women. They just can't stand them, dude. They love manly things and being a man, but if you put a W and an O in front of that, whoa, look out. We've got breaking news about one of these dudes that I've talked about on this channel 2 times already. And that man is Russell Hartley. I really thought I was done talking about this guy, but somehow Palpatine has returned. Let's do a quick recap on the Russell Hartley saga, just to get you all up to speed. 5 years ago now, I made a video titled TikTok's Worst Dating Coach. In this video, I talked about a man named Russell Hartley, who at the time, he was making these very weird, misogynistic TikToks, the most notable being one where he compared women to horses.
A stable is a rotation of women that you have available to you that you can hit up and they can go on dates with. So what this means if you're a bachelor is that every time you have sex with a new woman, that's a new mare in your stable. But when the mayor—
He also made the claim that women live life on easy mode.
I keep seeing so much lately that women are living their life on easy mode, and I'm here to tell you that that's absolutely true.
In that video, I did a little deep dive. I guess that's an oxymoron. I did a shallow dive into his operation. At that time, he was selling a course through his business called Get Coaching, and this course was about attracting your dream partner. Just the classic pickup artist bullshit. And shortly after I uploaded that video, Russell made a reaction video to mine that I then talked about on my podcast called Very Really Good. You should go subscribe.
And that's what half-baked journalism gets you, Curtis Connors.
Just says my name wrong. And after I uploaded that podcast episode, he took down his reaction video. So caught the dub on that one, I think. And after that, there was nothing for a while. But unfortunately, at the end of 2022, I made a video about Siren Agency, a company actually co-founded by Russell Hartley.
That's when I find out Siren Agency, one of the co-owners, Russell Hartley.
And Siren Agency was a company that was managing OnlyFans creators and allegedly taking up to 50% of their earnings.
And it turns out you have to give them 50% of your earnings on your spicy site.
But since 2022, it's been all quiet on the Russell Hartley front. That is until I checked my mentions on TikTok a few weeks ago, and this is what I see.
Listen, if a man asks you what you bring to the table, that man has a low credit score.
Women should be gold diggers. Women should look for a provider. What's wrong with that?
If a man cares about how much money you make, he's scheming. If you don't think you should provide for your woman, you should just date a man. Okay, so he canceled the date. How do I reject him? Block him!
This caught me like way off guard. The last thing I was anticipating in 2025 was a Russell Hartley rebrand, because on the surface, this seems like an improvement from his older content, right? Which isn't saying much, but the more I looked into Russell's rebrand, the more questions I had. So for this video, I thought we would take a deep dive, and then maybe by the end of this video, we can discern if this is genuine or not. So Russell still has me blocked on TikTok, so I had to use a burner account to see his videos. But this shift in his content actually began way back in 2023, where he was doing his usual style of content, and then he posted this video.
What's wrong with women liking successful guys? I keep seeing these hidden camera videos where the girl like hops in the guy's Lambo and he's like, oh, you're on camera because you're a gold digger.
Alright, first off, I don't think I've seen a gold digger exposed video since like 2013, so Buddy's a little behind with the trends, but usually the sentiment behind those videos are like, oh, women are bad, they just want you for your money. And he doesn't blatantly say that, which is good. I will say though, I don't think being a gold digger is necessarily a good thing though, right? I think you should obviously love someone for who they are, but hey, if you're solely into someone for their money and the other person is aware of that, then screw it, you know? Do whatever you want. And honestly, he probably could have just left the video at that, but unfortunately, as always, he kept talking.
I like women who have nice taste. I want them to have expensive things, nice earrings, nice jewelry, whatever. Because when she's out in the world, that's a representation of me. And if she's not balling, then that makes me look bad as a man.
Had me in the first half there. Pretty much just said, yeah, the only reason I have a girlfriend is to make me look good. That's fucking crazy, dude. My girlfriend's gotta be dressed to the nines at all times. Yeah, I make my girlfriend sleep in a Gucci dress, red bottom Louboutins, and she's gotta be in full glam, just in case we get robbed in the middle of the night. I would hate for those robbers to think I don't have a bunch of money and nice things in the house they're currently robbing. And as you can see on his old TikTok videos, a lot of them weren't really cracking 100,000 views until he posted the one that I just showed you, which got over 600,000 views. And ever since that video, he's been posting content that's very pro-rich man, and also like trad positive videos, I guess you could call them.
What do women bring to the table? If the table is the relationship, a man's responsibility is typically to put the meat on the table.
Pause, bro. It's a man's duty to flop their wiener on the table.
And the woman's responsibility is typically to set the table. And what that means is that a woman civilizes a man. They do this sort of instinctually. It's like a part of their process of selecting a mate. Like they're looking for the potential in men.
And it's like, again, I guess these videos are better than his old videos, but I don't think these are necessarily good by any means. The videos he's making now are still like a little misogynistic, but they're just like disguised a little bit, you know? Before he was just like, yo, women are literally farm animals. But now he's like put a bow tie on everything. Because in the videos, he's like kind of insinuating that women like can't achieve wealth on their own.
Whether you like it or not, women like men who can provide for them.
And he's also encouraging these traditional patriarchal gender roles where the man has to be the provider, you know, and flop his wiener on the table. And then the girl just stays home and puts pie on a windowsill to cool all day long, you know? Like, I feel like he still doesn't fully understand, like, modern relationships.
Why would a woman be with a man in the first place if he's not going to provide for them?
I don't know, man. Love? A romantic attraction, maybe? Perhaps a deep emotional connection with another human being that transcends monetary value? I don't know. Like, what the fuck? Dude, when I first met my now wife, Jenna, I had zero money. Goose egg. I wish I had a goose egg. I could sell it. But I did it. I had nothing. I didn't even have that. Dude, I was in college with student loans, so essentially I had negative money. My bank account was fucking gluten-free, dude, because I had no bread. But she didn't care about that because she liked me for me. She likes me for me. She liked me as a person, right? But hey, you know, what do I know? I'm just happily married to the love of my life, and this guy is not. So around the end of last year, Russell started doing these like TikTok live streams, and then he would like clip segments from the live stream and upload them as clips to his TikTok account. And that Russell Hartley core video that I showed you earlier, I believe like a majority of those clips are taken from his live streams. And during these streams, he'll talk to his audience about like dating in general, and mostly around dating rich men. And the first live stream clip he posted was titled "How to Be a Gold Digger." And it is way too long. I'm not going to play the whole thing. thing. But it essentially boiled down to, if you want to start dating a rich man, you just have to start working all the time. So whenever the rich man asks you what you're up to, you're like,
oh, sorry, I can't. I don't know. I'm a nighttime bartender or whatever.
And then when the rich man hears that, he's going to be like, okay, well, I'll just pay you what you would have made tonight at work, and then you can come hang out with me instead. And then you just do that forever, I guess.
I'll just cover your night so you can just come over here instead. That's how it works with rich men. I promise you.
Fellas, I don't care how rich you are. Don't do that. Okay. I know it sounds crazy, but some girls actually enjoy what they do for work. What the fuck? Imagine like a rich guy talking to like a trauma surgeon and doing that. I'll just pay you what you usually make, and then you come hang out with me. And then they're out to dinner while there's a guy like bleeding out to death or something. And that How to Be a Gold Digger video got over 1 million views. So he's been posting that exact same content ever since, and it's performing like really well consistently. I gotta hand it to him. It's like he's like getting more views than he did like back in 2020. So the rebrand seems successful, right? He went from having a primarily male audience in 2020, using language that would appeal to young single men, that would in turn convert into them buying his dating course or whatever. And there's actual proof of this on his website. To this day, there's a bunch of testimonials from people who bought his texting course. They're all from dudes that are just like, thank you so much, Russell, for teaching me how to text girls.
The course so far has gotten me cheesy. Great stuff.
But scroll through his comment section today paints a wildly different picture. Now his audience are mostly women who are commenting stuff like, keep me on the rich men algorithm, please. Who are you and why are you a girl's girl? You need to be a girl dad. I'm not so sure about that one, based on Russell's past behavior. His daughter would come home from her first shift at Starbucks or something, and he'd be like, and I'll be taking my 50% cut. Thank you so much. And the general reaction to this new style of content has been mostly positive, but there has been a fair amount of negative feedback as well, so let's take a look at that. Ladies, please do your own research before falling for blank statements like this. This man is just capitalizing on what he thinks women want to hear. Hating women didn't work, so now he's going to try hating on men. Nailed it, dude. I'm gonna give that comment 5 big booms. Boom! 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 He straight up used to be like, women live life on easy mode, and women are horses in your stable, and give me 50% of your money, allegedly. But since that obviously didn't work out very well, he's completely switched to the other side, and now he's like, yes, queen, not me being one of the girls. And guys, obviously, people can change. I know that. We've all done things in our past we're not proud of. And in a perfect world, I would love to take all of this content at face value and be like, okay, great. He's a little better now. Yay. But I don't know, man. It's one thing when like a fully grown adult is called out for something they did when they were a teenager, but I think we should be a little more skeptical when just a few years ago, this dude co-found a company that was allegedly taking 50% of women's earnings. Dude, like, that's gonna take a little bit to get past, you know? Like, that is just straight up evil behavior. I don't think you do that if you're ill-informed or like that doesn't accidentally happen, you know? Your Honor, owning that agency was a complete mistake. I fell down on a bunch of paperwork in the business registry office and I accidentally created a legit LLC. And then my phone was hacked and someone made all those websites and sent all those DMs. I'm a good guy. There was another video I saw from a creator named Makeup Fresh, and they brought up a really good point about Russell's rebrand as well.
That man was a woman-hating grifter, and now he is a man-hating grifter.
Sorry, grifter, I hardly know her.
If they have specific stances like him, his new stance, he should be talking to men, not women. He should be talking to men because if he really believed what he was saying, he would want men to change, not women.
But it's a good point. Like, if your whole thing is being a rich, successful man, why not just preach to men about those values? Straight up, I feel like he squeezed like every penny he could out of like lonely, single men. And now that the well is dry, he's trying to do the same thing to like lonely, single women. And there are tons of videos like this of people like critiquing this new Russell rebrand. And this next one in particular got 1.5 million views and 200,000 likes. So it's nice knowing that I'm not alone in this situation. Other people feel this way, so that's good.
If you're believing anything that this grifter fucking says, you should not be dating, because you need to tighten up a little bit, because you're gonna get played.
And also, dude, his whole thing is men should be providing for their partner. Rich men can get any girl they want. Gold diggers are awesome. Then bro, where is the woman you're providing for? As far as I can see anywhere online, this is a single man. Practice what you preach, dude. What the fuck? This is like when Gal Gadot did that Huawei phone advertisement on her Twitter page where she posted the ad from her iPhone. It's the exact same thing, dude. Ain't it just the worst when someone promotes something they don't actually use? Well, I'm happy to tell you that's not the case with today's sponsor, Midas Merge. Guys, Midas Merge sponsored one of my videos 2 months ago, and straight up, I've been playing this game ever since then. If you've never heard of Midas Merge, let me explain it real quick. Midas Merge is a Merge 3 game where players combine creatures and treasures strategically, completing quests and harnessing the sun's energy to dispel the darkness cast by Nyx, the goddess of night. And folks, this game is so adorable, it's insane. And I'm really glad I gave it a chance because honestly, this is not the type of game that I would think to start playing, but it really is a lot of fun and super rewarding. You get all these cute little creatures that you can evolve by merging items. My favorite are the crystal fawns, which can transform into these even cuter level 3 creatures. Adorable. And like I said, in the world of Midas Merge, the Gardens of Gold have been cast under shadow by the evil goddess of night, and you have to restore brightness to the garden and free its inhabitants. And I really love the gameplay because you're able to like clearly see your progression over time, and it's super satisfying figuring out ways to merge your way through the map. And one of my least favorite things about most mobile games these days is they always need to be connected to the internet. But get this, you can dive into the enchanting world of Midas Merge anytime, anywhere, no Wi-Fi needed. Dude, I went to New York a few weeks ago and I was playing this game 30,000 feet in the air when my phone was on airplane mode. Midas Merge is also free to download and ad-free with no dead ends, so you can always merge and explore without interruptions. And I've got exciting news. Be among the first 100 to install via my link or the QR code on screen and receive a unique Mox Fox level 1. This cute little creature boosts your garden progress and will be personalized with my name. What the heck? So don't miss out and download now by clicking the link in the description or scanning the QR code on screen right now. I've truly been having a blast playing Midas Merge the past few months. Like I said before, it's genuinely such a rewarding and enjoyable game, and I seriously cannot recommend it enough to you guys. Because once you start merging and uncovering all these adorable little surprises, you'll be hooked immediately. Thank you so much to Midas Merge for sponsoring this video. Back to the video. But again, who knows? You know, maybe he is a changed man. I watched a video on his YouTube channel where he reacted to his old TikToks, and to his credit, he admits that the stable comparison he used was a little insensitive.
The stable part, I get that. I honestly, looking back on it now, I get where people can see that and be like, whoa, hang on a second. Well, women aren't horses.
Okay, well, no, I guess he just said he sees why people would interpret it as misogynistic. He never actually claims that it was. And that's always a good way to take accountability. Sorry you felt that way. That's on you. I didn't even know horses could get offended. But then there's another part of the video where he talks about like all the backlash he received. And he said it was like a really difficult time.
I lost businesses. My mother was getting death threats and doxxed, and I had to move, and people were filming me outside my house. It was like a whole thing.
And obviously, I don't support any of that, no matter who I'm talking about in my videos. Like, it's never the goal is to be like, yeah, let's fucking ruin their lives. That's fucking, like, don't send death threats, especially not to someone's mom, dude. That's crazy. Like, if someone sent a death threat to my mom, I'd be fucking pissed, dude. The only person who could threaten to kill my mom is me. When she told me I was playing too much Left 4 Dead on my Xbox 360. And yes, that happened last week. But he does say that he learned a lot from his mistakes.
Learned a lot of lessons, and I definitely over time have learned about myself, about kind of what I want to be.
He then went on to denounce Red Pill podcast as a whole, which I think is also good.
The Red Pill men's podcast style, sit at a round table where it's just a bunch of men in their 30s and 40s berating women. And I never wanted to be a part of that. Those guys invited me to their show a couple of times, and I never did it.
And I think you can be the judge of all this at the end of the day. But we do have more things to discuss about this whole situation that I think will help you make up your mind in the end. So Russell has been putting in work on this rebrand, dude. In my Siren Agency video, I referenced an article that they paid to have published so they could seem like a legitimate business. And history repeats itself because we've got another paid article to coincide with Russell's rebrand from the iconic Los Angeles Wire. Huh? Why are you publishing this? You can see at the top there, it says branded content, and on their site, it says, we may have been compensated by the contributor who wrote the contributor content or whose product or service is the subject of the article in exchange for publishing the article as so-called native advertising. So this is not an article that a journalist wrote because it was an interesting story to tell. This was paid for by Russell or someone on Russell's team. I don't know exactly who paid for it, or maybe he has a secret admirer that just was really rooting for him. It's also fucking poorly written as well. It seems like someone went to ChatGPT and was like, can you write a nice article about me? I'm Russell Hartley. Can you write a nice article about me? Here's a few excerpts. The secret behind Hartley's appeal lies in his authenticity and relatability. Unlike many influencers who curate their online personas to match perceived expectations, Hartley remains true to himself, an approach that has endeared him to millions. Yeah, that's true. He's remained true to himself for years. He's always had the same opinions. He has never switched up or anything. And here's the end, which is my favorite. In conclusion, though subtly so, Russell Hartley stands at the forefront of a cultural shift facilitated by social media, yet rooted deeply in timeless values. As one of TikTok's most eligible bachelor continues to spread his message far wide through captivating content coupled with actionable advice. Whatever the fuck that means. If you handed this in for like a 6th grade English project, you'd fucking fail, dude. This is dog shit. I also found this Yahoo Finance article that's pretty much the exact same as the other one. They've just changed a few words around slightly. Like at the end, instead of in conclusion, though subtly so, they put in summary, albeit subtly. Just so, like, what the fuck are these, man? If he actually did pay for these, I hope he asked for a refund, dude. Because I don't think these accomplished anything at all. And if you think the photo in this article looks like a paparazzi pic, that's because it is. That is a real paparazzi photo of Russell Hartley. Wow. And I found the paparazzi video that goes along with it, and it is fucking bizarre. So I really want to show that to you guys. It's from a channel called Rav, and this video is titled Russell Hartley USA Most Eligible Bachelor Talks Outside BOA.
What's up, guys? How's it going? Oh, sorry. I didn't even know you were coming out right now. Yeah, turn my shit off and everything. Did you just have dinner or what?
Yeah, we just catched up with some friends at BOA.
What's up, man? What's up, What's up? How's the food here at BOA? I never eat here.
I love BOA. I come here all the time. I live here in the hills, so
okay, so you're
convenient for me.
I feel like you're the guy I see like on TikTok and stuff, right?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Come on, man. Come on. You expect me to believe this celebrity paparazzi was just waiting outside of this restaurant for an A-list celebrity to walk out, and then he was like, oh shit, no way, it's that TikTok live streamer. Like, no shot, dude.
What did I see? Was it USA's most eligible bachelor?
Yeah, what did I see? What did I see in the email that you sent me prior to this?
For real though, how did that happen, and what did you think when you saw that?
Dude, I fucking love this paparazzi, dude. He is giving it his all. How did that happen? And what did you think when you saw that?
Well, it's funny because I started talking about like men paying on dates and stuff like that.
I know. I was looking at your stuff actually just the other day, to be honest.
Yeah.
Fucking slow day in LA. If the paparazzis are taking pictures of this fucking guy, dude. But anyways, the paparazzi then segues into a very normal and natural question that perfectly coincides with Russell Hartley's rebrand.
When I look at the comments, though, I do feel like it's mostly like women that are commenting, and it's pretty positive.
Russell doesn't actually get the opportunity to respond to this observation because the paparazzi is just so jazzed about this entire interaction.
Yeah. How you doing, by the way? My name is Will. How you doing, Julie? Okay, wait, are you still at Eligible Bachelor?
Russell then shows off his McLaren and gives some advice to the eligible bachelors out there.
What would be your advice? What would be your advice?
Just be a gentleman.
The video ends with the paparazzi giggling at how nice these cars are.
Both of those are nice.
And again, maybe this is real. Maybe this paparazzi guy just so happened to be outside of this restaurant, and then a TikToker walked out, and he was like, yes, all the hours waiting was worth it. I knew ignoring Justin Bieber was a good idea, so I had enough room on my memory card for Russell Hartley. You know, and then he got this great piece of content. Who knows? It does seem a little manufactured, though, I will say. And celebrities call the paparazzi on themselves all the fucking time, so I think this was probably pre-planned in advance, because the fact that it wasn't just photos, like it was a full video of him asking a bunch of specific questions that perfectly align with Russell's new image, like, it's a little fishy, right? And looking at this paparazzi guy's other videos, it seems like people reach out to this guy just to promote whatever they have going on. For example, this video with a rapper named Yaki. In the video, she's in like a random shopping plaza, and this paparazzi guy just so happens to be there also.
Now, I had seen online that you were going to be doing something like here soon in LA. Is that coming up, or I don't even know?
I don't even know.
Or I don't even know.
I don't know. You do know.
Coming up, or I don't even know.
That's so funny to think of a paparazzi who's just like way too specific about this shit. Whoa, I didn't even know you were gonna be here. I love your TikToks. Hey, thanks, man. Hey, tell me about that donation you made this morning. Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. I didn't even know you knew about that. Yeah, so basically I donated $10,000 to the ocean. Oh, awesome. Tell me about the Sorry, do you really want me to say this? What am I paying you for? Okay. Tell me about the penis shortening surgery you had. Whoa. Okay. This guy did his research. Yeah, it was just too big, man. All the girls were complaining about it. You guys hear that?
Shut your fucking mouth!
Can you pay me now? Pay you with what? I threw all my money in the ocean. No offense to the rapper for doing this if this was all pre-planned. It's so much work to get people to come out to shows, and this is a pretty smart way of doing that, so I'm not trying to like dunk on that person. I'm just using that as an example. Back to Russell, okay? I'll say it. This rebrand is rubbing me the wrong way. I think if he was actually a changed person because of his past mistakes, I think he would just be that. You know? Like, it'd be kind of crazy to make all those personal changes in private. You know, to like genuinely better yourself, and then to be like, all right, now it's time to pay a publicist so people know that I'm a good guy. Like, that just seems disingenuous to me. I feel like he's spending more time on the optics of the rebrand than actually like trying to be a better person, right? Okay, so while I was editing this video, I found something pretty crazy. I was reading that Yahoo Finance article, and at the top it said, "This is a paid press release. Contact the press release distributor directly with any inquiries." And if you scroll down to the bottom, it says the press contact is Glazers Media. Bro's glazing. So I looked up Glazers Media and I went to their website, and it is fucking wild, dude. There's a little bio on their front page, and then a little further down, they outlined their 3-step process. Step 1, follow the money. Optimize your offering, determine how attention will make you money. Step number 2, sell your story. Figure out where your audience is and tell your story there. Book, videos, etc. And then step number 3, amplify. Use media like press, TV, podcasts, live stages, influencers, etc. to amplify your story. And it's pretty crazy because this 3-step process is pretty much exactly what's happening in front of us. Determine how attention will make you money. He's getting a lot of attention and making money from it. Sell your story. And I guess he assumed his audience is watching random paparazzi videos on YouTube. So that's what they did in step 3, dude. Like, they used articles, paparazzis, even morning news.
Russell Hartley is here to share why he's known as TikTok's most eligible bachelor.
I'm not against PR firms. Obviously, that's like a huge part of the entertainment industry. But it seems like Glazers Media in particular has a specialty. Because it says on their website that they specialize in reputation management, get uncanceled, better yet, build a wall. E! News published Glazers Media's CEO as #1 on the list of top reputation management experts celebrities turn to in crisis. But we don't just work with celebrities. We first amplify your side of the story through positive press. Second, suppress the negative false narrative using top SEO methods. Third, permanently de-index and remove defamatory content using a vast legal network of intellectual property, copyright, trademark, and defamation experts. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. And the cherry on top of all of that is the thing they use to advertise this aspect of the business is a picture of the Glazers Media CEO posing with Tucker Carlson. My dog hates Tucker Carlson, man. Oh, and also at the bottom of the page, to further legitimize the CEO of Glazers Media, there's an article titled, "Photos of Vito Glazers with Andrew and Tristan Tate resurface." Just a little tip, if you ever want to advertise like how awesome you are, don't cite an article that has the word resurface in the title, you know? I feel like nothing good has ever resurfaced. And dude, this is all on their like public website that I really didn't have to look that hard to find, dude. This is insane. So yeah, man, after seeing all this shit, I am fully convinced this rebrand is 100% manufactured. I fucking don't believe it for a second. And I fucking wish I saw this before I filmed everything, because everything I talk about later in this video makes so much more sense now after seeing all this. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting and wanted to include it in the video. Back to me. I think influencer rebranding in general is a pretty tricky subject, because when a company rebrands, you know, they switch up their logo or they switch up their slogan or something, but they essentially have the same product. When an influencer rebrands, I always feel really weird about it because that's like a human being. You know what I mean? It's a person. That's like a human person with like emotions and memories. Like they're not like a product. It's weird, right? For example, when David Dobrik almost fucking killed Jeff Wittek and then all those other crazy allegations were popping up. He took a few years off and then he came back and he was like, hey guys, I'm back. With muscles now. Yup, the guy you hate is out of shape and I'm not. Therefore, you don't hate me. And obviously, people don't stay the exact same their entire lives. That'd be insane. And when it comes to a purely creative endeavor, I think rebranding is necessary, not to fucking lose your mind. I think the videos I'm making now are a little different than the ones I made like 5 years ago, right? Even though this is a continuation of a video I made 5 years ago. But no, like fucking Addison Rae used to be a Hype House member, TikTok dancer, and now she's like a popular musician performing with Charlie XCX. Jojo Siwa used to be like a kids musician, and now she's... I don't really know what she's doing now, but, you know, it's different. But when you use your platform to solely get attention from a certain group of people, to then leverage that attention just to sell a fucking product, i.e. Russell's old coaching programs, it's hard to believe your new outlook on life is genuine when you're essentially doing the same thing you did before, but just with a different audience, right? Which brings us to why I think he's doing all of this. Money, 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 money. When you go to his TikTok page on your burner account because he blocked you, he has a pinned playlist titled Get a Bag of Money. Click here. And in this playlist, there are 2 videos.
You guys know what's happening with this TikTok shop thing? Stay-at-home mom's making a ton of money, like insane levels of money on TikTok right now. Like crazy amounts. Like it's actually crazy. I work with TikTok directly. I've been on social media a long time.
Okay, sorry. Saying I work with TikTok directly is fucking so funny, dude. Could not be more vague. I actually work with TikTok directly. There's a little button on my phone with the TikTok logo, and when I press it, TikTok opens directly on my phone. Beat that. Dude, I'm gonna start telling people I work for Google. All right? That's the exact same shit.
I'll show you. I'll put together a little packet.
A packet? If you would just get up and teach them instead of handing them a freaking packet, yo. All right, sorry, let's watch the second video. The caption is, it's a gold rush right now.
How do you make money? Girls, listen. Right now, my latest project is I'm working with TikTok. I'm a TikTok shop partner. The shop right now is crazy. Women are making money. You won't need a man. It's like that right now. It's insane.
Whoa! You hear that, ladies? You won't even need a man. Ladies, doesn't that make you feel awesome? Like, how the fuck would someone hear that and be like, yeah, no, that's a girl's girl right there, dude. Like, that's so insulting. The only way that you could support yourself financially is with a rich man. Or clicking the link in my bio, queen. He also has a little blurb in his TikTok bio that says, make money on TT, and it points to a link. And when you go to that site, you get this. And as you can see, this is on getcoaching.io, as in I owe a bunch of OnlyFans creators a bunch of money. Allegedly. No, this is his coaching website that he was using all the way back in 2020. How to make money on TikTok with Russell Hartley by reviewing products that you get for free from the TikTok shop. Breaking down how people are making money by reviewing products on TikTok with Russell Hartley. There's a little write-up about him, and at the bottom of the page, there's a button to sign up for the free live training. Whoa. Free live training? So maybe he isn't doing this for money after all. That's so sweet of him, man. He's teaching people ways to make money out of the kindness of his own heart. So obviously, I signed up for this free live training, and I can confirm it didn't ask me for any credit card details or anything to sign up for the actual training session. So I watched the live training and I learned a lot. This webinar was about an hour and a half long, and Russell went through all the details on how people are making insane amounts of money right now using the TikTok shop. He starts off the presentation by giving a brief explanation on affiliate marketing on TikTok shop.
People are making TikTok videos, selling and promoting products for the viewer's consumption and getting paid directly through TikTok.
Transparently, this was all news to me because we actually don't have TikTok shop up here in Canada. I straight up heard about TikTok shop for the first time like a few months ago. But if you're unfamiliar with affiliate marketing, a company will give their product to a creator, usually for free, and that creator will post about said product. And if any of their followers purchase that product using their link, that creator gets a percentage of that purchase. And this has been around for a very long time online, but it is especially lucrative on TikTok Shop because the shopping aspect is directly integrated into the video platform. So if you see a video of a creator like advertising a product, it just takes a few taps on the app and you've already purchased it, and then you can keep using the app. Like, it's pretty seamless. So what the hell does Russell Hartley do in that equation? Don't worry, he'll get there. First, he's got to play a clip from a Cher interview. you.
When you get older, I wish you'd hurry and get older so that you would settle down and marry a rich man. And I said, Mom, I am a rich man.
Isn't that funny?
Isn't that hilarious?
I am a rich man.
A woman making money on her own?
Isn't that funny?
He then goes into this whole spiel about how owning a business is the fucking worst thing you could ever do.
Owning a business means that you deliver a product to customers. It's a lot of work.
You know, it's way too time consuming and overwhelming.
Typical business, you have to deal with endless problems. You got research and development, product costs, inventory management, logistics, customer support, payroll, you name it. Most businesses are lucky to profit 20%.
And it's just like the absolute last thing you would ever want to do, okay? And remember that for later. He then shows his own personal TikTok shop.
I have a shop on TikTok. I have some products and stuff on there. You guys might know that already. I make t-shirts, like crew necks.
Oh yeah, dude, he has merch. Holy fuck. Okay, forgot about that. Let's go see Russell Hartley's merch. Anteater. I hardly know her. He's got 100% certified gold digger. It's so ugly, man. Also, this is offensive to real gold diggers, man. If you're not fucking knee deep in a river panning for gold, don't wear this shit, man. Future rich wife club. Pretty ain't cheap. Thank you card to my ex. Okay, send a sincere thank you to the person who saved you from a lifetime of misery. And all this is marketed towards like straight women. So if they're sending this card to their ex-boyfriend or ex-husband, they are not going to understand this at all, okay? The back of the card says, thank you so much for saving my life. You know how dumb dudes are? Your ex-boyfriend will not pick up on that sarcasm, dude. They'll get that card and be like, thank you for saving my life. I guess we're back together now. So yeah, he shows the back end of his TikTok shop. He's got a whopping 0 listings sold. Damn. This guy knows how to sell some products.
It's not like a high income generating business per se.
Yeah, it's no income generating, dude. And throughout this webinar, sorry, every time I say the word webinar, I feel like a year has taken off my life. That is the most embarrassing word to say out loud. Through this webinar, he says the same thing over and over again. And the message he's trying to portray is, you don't have to have a bunch of followers to start doing this, okay? You're going to start making videos, one could hit the algorithm and pop off. And that is true for the most part, but the way he's saying that is like the worst way you could say it.
Most of these people that I'm showing you here are nobodies. They're not famous influencers, they're just nothing. They're just literally non-famous nobodies.
They're nobodies. They're nothing. They're dust in the wind. They have no followers. They're nothing to anyone. When he said that, all I could think of was that fucking I Think You Should Leave sketch with the babysitter.
It's like a hit and run.
Oh my God.
Should we call the cops? Cops said that like the people she hit are just kind of like nothing.
Non-famous nobodies.
Like they don't matter.
To Russell's credit though, the next slide gives a disclaimer about like what people can actually earn while doing this. You're not going to become a multimillionaire overnight, which is nice because I feel like a lot of times people when they're selling shit, they're like, you'll make $1 billion a second. So I guess it's nice that he's trying to stifle people's expectations a little bit.
The woman on the right is doing cleaning supplies and she made about 152 grand herself.
But at the same time, I guess he's doing the exact opposite. So I don't know.
Stay-at-home mom's making a ton of money, like insane levels of money.
He then shows an example of TikTok shop affiliate marketing. This is video of a girl advertising a broom called the Helio Air Broom. And it says that she sold 15,000 units and earned $7 a sale. So she apparently made $105,000 from just that one video. And if that's true, that's fucking crazy. You know, good for her. That's wild. Because according to Russell, people doing this aren't even influencers.
7,000 followers. That's nothing. This is a regular girl. She's not an influencer. She's getting stuff for free on the TikTok shop. She's posting about it. And this girl's making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month.
Okay, not an influencer, but she's getting free product from a company in order to advertise it and make money for herself. Hate to break it to you, my man, but that is quite literally the exact definition of influencer, dude. She is influencing people to buy shit. And it was truly fascinating watching this presentation, just knowing Russell Hartley's past and how he used to market himself, because there are several times throughout this webinar where he is like directly speaking to strictly women. Like he knows for a fact that there are no dudes watching this right now.
Y'all got sisters or sisters-in-law? You ever come over to your house and you're like, gotta get that bottle opener? Hey girl, watch this. And it goes just like that and takes the cork out automatically. And they're like, oh my God, that's so cute. And then you're like, oh my God, yeah, I know. It's so cool. It's so cool, right? He's like, where'd you get that? A TikTok shop.
Bro, like that's like a middle schooler's impression of a woman, dude.
TikTok shop.
But there is like pretty much only women there. You can see in the chat the whole time. Andrea, Astrid, Lala, Isabella, Tish, Stacy. I don't want to assume anyone's genders, but you know, I don't think I've ever met a dude named Lala. What's up, bro? I'm Lala. We then get a slide where he's, you know, selling the dream to all the single moms watching this webinar. Imagine a life where you wake up, get your packages from the mailbox, make a couple videos reviewing the things you received is spelt wrong, and then use the rest of your time enjoying your hobbies and living your life. And now's the time we finally learn what this is all about.
This is my company, Rise. I call it, you're only one post away, because that's literally how it is. I'm directly partnered with TikTok, like I said.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell. Ding, 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 ding. Another company, dude. Right after saying owning a business is the fucking worst thing you could ever do, why would anyone do that? He is pitching his company, dude. And spoiler alert, I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit because he doesn't reveal the price to people until the very, very end. But to be a part of Rise, which is this TikTok shop partner agency, it is $146 to start. And then after that, it is $49 a month.
And then a $49 a month service fee.
The $49 a month pays for a dedicated social media manager, a dedicated product manager, additional free samples, higher commissions, monthly retainers, and health benefits for elite creators. But the rest of the flat fee up front, the $97 that you pay at the beginning, on top of the first $49, that's for Academy tuition. Of course. It's always a course, bro. Every fucking time with these dudes, it's a course. And this is to learn how to sell stuff? What do you know about sales, man?
And the only way to make money is if you do it my way. Inside of Rise, you learn how to make money in my way.
Yeah, that's the best way. That's the best way to make money. Clearly, it's not, dude. And that's the other thing I've always wondered when people like sell courses with all these claims of people making like hundreds of thousands of dollars per video, and they know all the secrets. And if you know all those secrets to get super rich, why not just use all those secrets to get super rich? Why the fuck are you selling a course, dude? Shouldn't you just be doing affiliate marketing yourself? It's like if it's the best way to make money. But after I heard something he said later on in this video, I think I understand why he does the managing instead of the actual affiliate marketing.
How many sales people do you have in Rise? You mean like other sellers that are happening? We have over 700 sellers right now.
So there are over 700 sellers in the program right now. And they're supposedly making a bunch of money. So if that's happening, good for them. But I'm gonna do a little bit of math real quick. So 700 people paid $146 just to start doing this, which adds up to $102,200. And that just goes right to Russell's company, okay, before they even get anything. And then, assuming nobody cancels their subscription, with the $49 per month, that's an additional $34,300 a month that goes right to Russell's company. And that money is going right to him. He doesn't have to make any content. That's money that goes directly to him without worrying about one of his affiliate marketing video getting into the algorithm and actually converting to sales, you know? That's coming directly from like vulnerable women, a lot of stay-at-home moms.
Stay-at-home moms making a ton of money
that are trying to make more money to cover their bills or like put their fucking kids in a nice daycare and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's crazy, right? So the way this business works is Rise is essentially a official TikTok shop partner and creator network, which are real legitimate things that do exist. And they pretty much all claim to do the things that Russell said that they do. On the TikTok shop official website, there's a whole page dedicated to TikTok shop affiliate partners or TAPs. And I think that's what Rise would be because I looked up what TikTok shop partners or TSPs are. And a TSP deal more with the sellers of the actual product, and the TAPs, TikTok shop affiliate partners, they deal more with the creators who are doing the affiliate marketing. Agencies share product links with the creators so they can add the products to their showcases and promote them. The commission splitting is then completed online via the tool. Partner campaigns offer several benefits. For agencies, a new revenue stream that allows agencies to collect commission from sellers by setting up affiliate campaigns on their behalf. For sellers, a way to outsource the creation of campaigns and selection of creators to agencies. For creators, more opportunities to earn affiliate commissions from product lists curated by the agencies. So it can be beneficial for everybody involved, but one line in there made me raise an eyebrow. A new revenue stream that allows agencies to collect commission from sellers by setting up affiliate campaigns on their behalf. And then further down in the article, it says, click into the campaign details page to see all the registered products as well as the commission rates they are offering for this campaign. Note that this is the total commission rate that will be paid to you and the creators in the campaign. So if this is saying what I think it's saying, Russell's agency is not only receiving $49 flat fee a month from every member, they are also receiving a separate commission from that seller when that single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops, makes a sale. And look, I wouldn't be mad about this if signing up for Rise was free, but it's not. It's $146 up front and then $49 a month. And then on top of that, they're still taking a commission from a sale that you make. Like, what the fuck? And like I said, I'm in Canada, so I had no idea about any of this TikTok shop crap. We just got FM radio like last year, okay? I had to do a bunch of research on the TikTok shop to see if this business model that he's selling is legitimate. And I have seen a few other agencies doing the same thing as Rise and also charging people a monthly fee. So it's not just Rise. I think the whole thing is yucky, in my personal opinion. I don't know. I feel like as a creator, if you are providing a service to not only the agency and the seller, making the videos, posting them yourself on your own channel, you shouldn't also have to pay them your own money. It's like if the agency is making a commission on the back end as well, like that should be enough for them. Well, let's get back to the webinar, okay? Maybe the services they provide are actually worth $49 a month.
You get a dedicated social media manager. Now, what a dedicated social media manager does is your analytics.
Nice. All right. They do your analytics. That's actually amazing, guys. Like, you don't know the half of it. That is the worst part about being a creator, man. Every day I'm like, I gotta do my analytics. My analytics are due. Bro, that's nothing. That's nothing. That's so nothing. Guys, here's how you do your analytics, okay? You open up your analytics, you look at them. There you go. You're done. You've done your analytics. The fuck are you talking about, man?
Catered niche video recommendations, growth strategies, and one-on-one support.
Yeah, bro, like you don't need any of this. Maybe for TikTok shop you do. I don't know. I'm familiar with this whole world, but if you want to make videos, just make videos, man. That's oversimplified, you know, and I may be biased because this is what I do for a living, but like even so, if you want information about like growth strategies and shit, like you can find all of that for free online, like so many places. For example, I found this video on YouTube that is teaching basically everything that Russell is teaching for free.
This is all free information, okay? I don't have a course to sell you. This isn't some type of sales pitch.
The only thing you're really paying for is the opportunity to be signed to his agency. But an agency that you have to pay to be a part of is a huge red flag in my own personal opinion and experience. But let's get back to it.
Pay to play. All right? So, straight up. Straight up. This is a gold rush right now. And I'm a gold digger, baby. The thing is, here's the thing.
No shot, dude. No fucking way he's using the keep gambling meme format unironically, dude. It's also very fitting for him to compare this whole thing to the gold rush.
This is a gold rush right now.
Because historically, the people who made the most money during the gold rush were the people selling the shovels. Russell is essentially selling metaphorical shovels to these women who want to make a bunch of money on TikTok. Sure, you could do this by yourself and use your hands to dig in the dirt for gold, but it'd be so much easier if you just paid me money and I gave you the tools that will help. At least with the gold rush, you didn't have to pay a monthly fee for your shovel to keep working.
I don't take from creators. I foster them. I make them good. I incubate them. I make them good salesmen. And then once they start making videos that sell and make themselves money and TikTok starts making money, then TikTok pays me.
Okay, well, that's a lie. You do take money from creators. You're taking $49 a month from them. But again, hey, what do I know? I might be wrong, right? There is an option for agencies to not take a commission if they don't want to. Like, it's not a mandatory thing. So maybe he isn't, right? He probably doesn't need to take a commission because he's making fucking $49 a month from each person in this fucking program, dude. The other thing I'm confused about is he keeps saying that you can just start making videos immediately and start affiliate marketing immediately, pushing products and stuff. You don't have to wait. You just do it.
We have people start TikTok accounts following my training. They started a TikTok account from zero and made money within their first 7 days.
But everyone online says you need 5,000 followers on TikTok to be approved to be an affiliate marketer. So maybe if you're part of an agency, you can circumvent that process. I don't know. He then starts talking about all the benefits you get if you become an elite creator within Rise. And later in the live, he clarifies that to become an elite creator, you need to be generating at least $500 of gross merchandise value per month. And if you achieve that, the spoils. And the spoils are abundant. You get one of his awesome gold digger sweaters.
If you guys get to an elite seller inside of Rise, I'll send you a sweater.
Which is pretty cool because those are impossible to find, man. They're always selling out. And then apparently you also get health benefits, just like Siren Agency.
If you're with Rise, I have a backstage access to everything you guys do. I can see all your numbers, I can see all your access, I can see all your data. Any problems with TikTok whatsoever, I can get it fixed just like that. Because we have a rep at TikTok, we'll call them up.
Okay, if that's true, although I wouldn't be a fan of him having access to all my personal shit on my TikTok page, it is beneficial to have someone on the back end. Like if any problems arise, because especially if you're a smaller creator, getting in contact with TikTok can be very difficult and things can be pretty slow. So if you have someone to expedite that process, that is good. I don't know if it's worth $50 a month, but that's to each their own. And at the end of the webinar, after he revealed the price, he set off a timer for 30 minutes to indicate how long people have to hop on this deal.
I'll put this timer on the screen. So here's my offer.
Even though I've had the checkout page open for fucking days and it's the exact same amount still, so he just put that that timer on the screen to evoke a false sense of urgency, so he could pressure people into purchasing the thing right now, which is very awesome and kind of cool. He then spends the next 30 minutes answering some questions from the women watching this webinar, and we get some good nuggets during this segment.
I guess we're all coworkers now. That's right, Laren, we are. We're working together now.
Yeah, all coworkers now. You know how you have to pay your job $146 up front when you get hired, and then there's no guarantee of any income no matter how many hours you put into the work, but then you also get to pay them $49 a month? My dream job. Great.
I am in. Nice, Zoe. I have knee surgery and plan to spend my time learning and how to make money online. That a girl.
Knee surgery, you say? He then gets a pretty gnarly comment that I actually can't believe is real.
Thank you for making it affordable. Of course, Vanessa.
Thanks for making it affordable? It's not. That's not $49 a month, dude. That's wild.
I make money from TikTok. So I need you guys to pay a little something, because I know if you don't pay something, you're not going to do it. It's like if I give you free concert tickets, you're not going to go to that concert. I need you to pay something so that I know that you're going to try and dedicate yourself to this.
Yeah, he's doing you a favor by letting you pay him. You should be thanking him. This is the women empowering message that he's been preaching all along. Either marry a rich man or pay an already rich man so you can maybe make the same amount of money as he does.
Yes, queen, slay!
But guys, the rebrand is clearly working, and this next comment perfectly illustrates that.
70-year gold digger videos that entice me to your webinar. Great. I'm glad. That's right. I'm a gold digger too, baby.
And he pretty much went the entire webinar without the old Russell creeping through. You know, you could see a few hints of the old Russell in the way he imitates women.
A TikTok shop.
Or calls women with no following nobodies.
Non-famous nobodies.
But he could not go more than 90 minutes without falling back into his old ways.
You're here at Rise. You're inside of my TikTok shop partnered agency. You're under my umbrella now. You're in my little chicken coop. You're in my little chicken coop.
What the hell?
Oh my god, dude. Russell Hartley, stop comparing women to farm animals challenge. Level impossible. You could have said anything else, man. You're all mares in my stable. You're all chickens in my coop. Fucking Jesus, man. Old McDonald over here cannot help himself, man.
You're in my little chicken coop.
I don't know, dude. This whole thing just seems like a fucking waste of money, in my personal opinion. Assuming you actually do get all these benefits, like more free samples, higher commission, possibly circumventing the affiliate requirements, and possible retainers from companies, I feel like you shouldn't have to pay a monthly fee for these benefits if Russell's company is already making a commission from the seller every time a sale is made, or he gets paid from TikTok, as he says.
Then TikTok pays me.
And at the same time, it seems like the creator who is a part of Rise would never know this, because when you go through an agency for these affiliate deals, again, according to the official TikTok website, it says the commission rate that is shown to the creator is the commission rate they are paid by the agency, not the seller. So the agency is essentially like a middleman in the equation, and I think that's weird if you're paying the middleman also on top of that, right? And also on the TikTok website, it says the agency can only collect commission from the seller. The agency cannot collect commission from the creator, as this would be considered double dipping. So if that's good that that can't happen on the TikTok shop, but like, he kind of is double dipping in a way, right? Because he's making commissions from the seller while also receiving $30,000 a month from the 700 people paying $49 a month. I looked up a bunch of other TikTok shop partner agencies that were listed on the official TikTok website, like VIP Streamers and Taboost, and it doesn't look like they charge an upfront fee for people to be a part of the agency. It seems like a lot of these operate like a regular MCN, where you apply to work with them, and then if they approve of you, then you're added to their agency, and then they just make a commission off of what you sell. I don't want to make it seem like Russell's company Rise is the only TikTok agency doing this. So they're not the only agency charging people a monthly fee and shit. I found several other agencies like Social Army that also charges $49 a month, and another one, Brands Meet Creators, which is $97 a month, which is fucking crazy. I think the whole thing is gross, not just Rise specifically. And also, Social Army? Just an awful name. Terrible name for a business. The fuck is a social army, dude? People running at each other in an open field with swords, and then they stop in the middle and just talk. And there has been positive reviews of both Social Army and Brands Meet Creators, but there's also been some negative reviews as well. This creator made a video about how they joined Social Army, and that Social Army promised a lot of like one-on-one coaching and shit, but as soon as she paid the fee, they completely ignored her.
I specifically asked, do I get a mentor? She said yes. I never even talked to her after I signed up.
And she stated in her comments that you could learn all the same stuff for free elsewhere. You really don't need to pay for anything. I learned a lot more from free communities I'm in. I'm in multiple free communities that are a lot more helpful.
Once I did leave Social Army, my sales skyrocketed.
In conclusion, though subtly so, like many other people have pointed out, it seems like Russell found out how lucrative owning a TikTok shop partner agency could be, realized he could use his like rich guy aesthetic paired with quote-unquote empowering messaging to attract single women who want to make more money, and then somehow convince them to pay for another fucking course. And while I was researching influencer rebrands in general, I came across Christian Walker. You remember that guy? He used to make a bunch of videos pandering to like a conservative audience, even though I'm convinced he was like fully rage baiting the whole time. But when you look at his current content, it is the exact same shit that Russell Hartley is doing. This was his old content.
Honey bun, why do you need a month to celebrate who you sleep with? Newsflash, nobody cares. You have all your rights, now shut up.
And this is his new content.
I see a lot of men worry about gold diggers when they don't even have any gold for anybody to dig for.
What's your type? What type of guys you like? What are you into? Rich!
And it seems to be working, man. His videos are fucking crushing. And this style of rebrand is just so fascinating to me. Because most influencers will come back with a new look, a new name. But Christian Walker and Russell Hartley, they're both back. Same name, same look, same everything. It's just so crazy. But I guess with the algorithm like so personally catered to specific groups where you kind of end up in like your own echo chamber, you can just like completely reinvent yourself and reach an entirely new audience who are completely unaware of your past. That is a totally doable thing if you just say the right thing at the right time. And I'd love to think that Russell has actually, you know, learned from his past mistakes. But I think just as a blanket statement, if someone you follow on TikTok is trying to sell you a course and is showing off all these people who are making insane amounts of money.
There's a woman right now making $700 grand a month. If a man cares about how much money you make, he's scheming.
Please do your research. Try to find reviews from people who actually did it before you actually like give your money to this person. Because you'd be surprised how much you can learn for free on YouTube and Facebook groups. And if you want to do this TikTok shop thing for extra money, I'd say just try it out yourself. See if you actually like it and enjoy it and are good at it. And then if you're getting a little traction and you know, do your research and see some positives in an agency, then maybe apply for one of those agencies that don't charge you. Just base level, just don't give your money to someone on TikTok who's selling you a course that you really don't need, in my personal opinion. And I feel bad for these women who are like, honestly, I feel like they're being tricked by this persona. Like this comment I saw at the end of his live stream just totally bummed me out, man. Done. I just signed up. I need help desperately. So sad. I need help desperately? And wow, such a kind thing to do when someone needs help desperately. You go, okay, well yeah, that's gonna fucking cost you. I hope this is the last video I ever fucking make about this dude, but it seems like he just keeps popping up every few years with a new fucking business that's insane. So I wouldn't be surprised if in like 3 years I'm making another video about this dude. About his new fucking trough business. He's gonna start a trough business and be like, women, stop eating out of bowls. You're all my little fucking piggies. Oink, oink. I'm a rich pig farmer and you roll around in poopy mud because you're a pig, oink, oink. Or something along those lines. I don't know. I got lightheaded after that. Wow.
If a man cares about how much money you make, he's scheming.
All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry I talked for so long. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please press the like button because believe it or not, 1 like equals 1 article I will pay to have written about myself. Leave a comment, man. Let me know what you think about all this and subscribe right now. Also, I got shows coming up real soon, so come see my shows. They're all the places I'm going to. I'm so excited. Wow. All right, that's it. I would stick around, but unfortunately, what the heck? Paparazzi just showed up.
I can't believe this is happening.
Thanks to Rocket Money for sponsoring today's video. More about them later. Folks, is there an appropriate age to stop watching SpongeBob SquarePants? Yeah, I didn't think so either. I feel like I was watching SpongeBob way later than all of my other friends. Like, well into high school, I was watching episodes of SpongeBob. And this was before streaming services, so I had to watch episodes of SpongeBob the old-fashioned way. I had to wait patiently until they aired episodes on YTV, aka Youth Television, aka the Canadian version of Nickelodeon. And since I was watching a show made for children on a channel made for children, in my teenage years, I would still frequently see commercials that were marketed towards children. I'd see a few toy commercials and just scoff at them, you know, but there were a few toy commercials back then that straight up made me go, ah, damn, that actually looks sick as fuck. But, you know, me being like 14 at the time, I had to lock in and be like, nah, I'm way too old for that shit. Anyways, back to my homework. There are so many of these old toy commercials absolutely burned into my brain. The Fushigi. Which I already made a video about a few years ago. Dude, another toy commercial I vividly remember for some reason was Baby Alive.
Baby alive, a baby so real.
Which is a crazy name for it, because that just, why do you have to specify? They never advertise their dead babies. I never wanted Baby Alive, you know, but for some reason, YTV aired the absolute shit out of this commercial, dude.
Baby Alive is so real that you can feed her. Give her a bottle. Uh-oh, I need it. And then she leaves an uh-oh in her diaper.
Disgusting! A doll that shits and pisses in its diaper? Bro, that's disgusting. Why would you want that?
Yeah, Mom, can I have the doll that shits for Christmas?
I feel like that's a little too realistic, right? Too much realism is bad, I think. Oops, you neglected your baby and now CPS has taken him away to foster care. Try to avoid max jail time by pleading insanity in your court hearing. Uh-oh, the jury sees right through your lie and you're sentenced to 20 years in prison. They'll never take you alive. Escape! You can run! Run! Faster! Dude, I could list old toy commercials for days. Elefun looked awesome as hell. Bullseye Ball seemed like an absolute blast. I have so many vivid memories of these toy products I never got to try, but one in particular has always perplexed me way more than the others. Like, to this day, I still don't believe this toy is a real thing that works. And I am, of course, talking about MindFlex. If I describe MindFlex to you right now, you straight up will not believe me, so let's just watch the commercial.
MindFlex lets you move a ball with the power of your mind. We wanted to see how people react to playing MindFlex for the very first time.
Awesome. Mind-blowing.
A wireless headset transmits your level of brain activity to the console. The more you concentrate, the higher the ball rises. And MindFlex is the obstacle course game you can customize in hundreds of combinations. There you go. Can you conquer MindFlex?
This is the future of games right here.
MindFlex game comes as you see here. Batteries not included.
A game that gives you legit fucking superpowers? Are you kidding me, dude? This compared to the doll that shits its pants? No competition. I'm so blown away by this, I might shit my pants. For obvious reasons, every time I saw this commercial, I had the urge to run to Toys R Us and buy it, or at the very least, throw it on my Christmas list. But sadly, I never did, because MindFlex was released in the fall of 2009, which was the exact time I started high school, and if my classmates ever found out I had a toy like this, oh man, they would call me names I don't think that they were allowed to say. Okay. MindFlex has always fascinated me. It's always just kind of been in the back of my mind. What? Because as some of you know, I went through a small wannabe magician phase. I became obsessed with Chris Angel because I legit thought he had actual superpowers. So MindFlex essentially promising the ability to perform telekinesis, all of that was very intriguing to a young Kurt. Also, as a person with testicles, I've spent my whole life moving balls around.
Huh?
Never with my mind, though. That'd be awesome. That'd actually be huge. If I ever got BSTL, I could just go... and then I'm chilling, right? That's huge. For the sackless people out there, BSTL stands for balls stuck to leg. So, that happens sometimes. And when I was a kid, we used to call that bat wings. The stretched skin of the scrotum looks like a bat's wings. Isn't that disgusting? Anyways, I never actually got to try MindFlex because, sadly, you know, I just thought I was too old for it. But now that I'm the oldest I've ever been, I feel like it's time that I finally try it out. That's right, guys. Yeah, it turns out these are actually, like, super easy to get your hands on. I was fully prepared for a Video Gear Command Center type expedition, but all you really have to do is just go on eBay and buy one of the many MindFlexes available on there. Not a good sign that everybody's getting rid of these, but I know you're probably all thinking, how does it work? And I'm wondering the same thing. So I feel like before I give this a go, we should really learn what it actually is and how it works. I also just realized that this is the Toys R Us variation. Most of them, they don't have this little Toys R Us stamp on it. Selling this for $1 million. That's the real MindFlex. But on the back, it says, move a ball with the power of your mind. Just put on the headset, then put your brain power to the test. Dude is fucking locked in, holy crap. Utilizing advanced MindFlex technology, the wireless headset reads your brainwave activity. Concentrate, and the ball rises on a cushion of air. Relax, and the ball descends. Your objective, navigate the ball through a mind-bending obstacle course as quickly as you can, traveling up and down by using the power of your thoughts and right or left by turning the control knob. Up to 4 players can compete in 5 challenging game modes. Okay, that's cool. It says you get 1 console, 1 headset, 4 balls, 3 ring towers, 5 rings, 2 maze cages, 6 maze panels, 1 teeter-totter, 1 propeller wheel, 1 cannon, 1 fuel, 1 instruction booklet, and a partridge in a pear tree. You're telling me you get mazes and balls in here? That's amaze balls.
You need to leave.
I mean, it still didn't really explain it that well on the box, but it says there that it's made by Mattel, but it looks like the MindFlex technology was actually developed by a company called NeuroSky. They still have a page dedicated to MindFlex on their website, but there's no way to purchase it anymore on there. Tired of games that depend on the roll of a die or lucky draw? With the help of advanced technology, MindFlex introduces a whole new way to play by using the power of your mind. You'll feel like a character in a science fiction movie as you strap on the headset, connect the clips to your earlobes, and align the metal forehead sensor just above your left eyebrow. But even this strange accessory won't prepare you for the sight of a foam ball quivering 5 inches above the game console. This game will send you to the fucking mental hospital, bro. The sight of a foam ball quivering 5 inches above a game console has sent even the bravest men to the brink of insanity. Once you feel like you've mastered the art of telekinesis, okay, so they are claiming this is telekinesis. It's a bold claim for sure. You can test your mental acuity with 5 challenging games designed for groups of 1 to 4 players. This game probably ruined so many kids' lives. They became absolutely cracked at MindFlex at home, and they genuinely believed they had fucking telekinesis powers. And the next day at school, they're like, "All right, that's enough, Ryan. You've bullied me for the last time. I am going to put a stop to this once and for all." What the fuck are you doing? MindFlex, activate! What? He's impervious to my powers! It seems you are stronger than I thought. No matter. I'll just increase my concentration, therefore stopping you. Alright, so from what I read online about MindFlex, your brain produces electromagnetic waves when you have a thought. Daughter. I'm sure it works for gay sons too, but no, when you have a thought, your brain, it creates electromagnetic waves, and these waves can be measured with electrodes like attached to your scalp, and these are called EEG signals, aka electroencephalography. What the fuck is that?
Electroencephalography.
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 Electroencephalography signals. That's what it means. That's what it means. And then MindFlex uses the fluctuation of those signals to move the little foam ball that's sitting in a stream of air created by fans in the MindFlex game. I found a longer MindFlex commercial on YouTube that goes into more detail. Let's watch this first before we actually go try out MindFlex.
MindFlex lets you move a ball using just the power of your mind.
I just want to keep doing it over and over and over and over.
Damn, dude is already straight up addicted to MindFlex.
Over and over and over and over.
It's funny if the commercial ended with him getting pulled out of the building by security and he's like, "Come on, let me move the ball one more time."
When you start moving the ball, you get really into it.
It panned down, he's got piss in his jeans. "I got really into it. I couldn't control my bodily function."
I am amazed. I am amazed.
Holy fuck, okay, this is firing me up, dude. This is working. This is good advertising, man. This dude just experienced nirvana after using MindFlex, dude. Holy shit.
Whenever you concentrate, you generate brainwave activity. MindFlex reads these brainwaves through the sensors in the headset and sends a signal to the console. The fan controls ball levitation, but it's your brainwaves that control the power of the fan. The more you concentrate, the higher the ball will rise. Relax and the ball descends.
All right, I think I have a firm understanding on how this shit works now, and after seeing everybody fucking cum their pants about it, I think it's time to flex my mind. Let's go open this fucking shit. But before we do that, let's hear a word from today's sponsor, Rocket Money. Folks, the other day I found out that I was still paying for a streaming service that I have not used in like at least a year. And I spent so long trying to cancel this subscription, I was losing my mind. The app was telling me to cancel on the desktop app, and then the desktop app was telling me to cancel on the mobile app. It was a nightmare. And if anything like this has happened to you before, well, today's sponsor, Rocket Money, is here to help. This personal finance app allows you to manage subscriptions, lower bills, make a custom budget, and grow your savings all in one place. Folks, I love using Rocket Money to cancel unwanted subscriptions, because I know it's easy to lose track of all your subscriptions. But once you connect your bank account, Rocket Money identifies all your subscriptions in a single list. From there, you can select the ones you don't want anymore, and Rocket Money may be able to help you cancel with just a few taps. I also love using Rocket Money to set budgets. With Rocket Money, you can create a completely customized budget in seconds. The app shows you where your money is going at all all times and identifies top spending categories with insights on how you can stay within your budget better. Rocket Money will also notify you about upcoming charges or when your balance is low to help you avoid overdraft and late fees. So what the heck are you waiting for? To save more and spend less, join the over 5 million members using Rocket Money today. Just go to rocketmoney.com/Curtis or click the link in the description to get started for free. All right, thank you so much to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video. I hope you guys check them out. Back to the video. Mindflex Zone. Mindflex Zone. I was thinking that, or I could do Chris Angel. I could go
Mindflex. Mindflex.
A lot of options there. We've got Mindflex, man. I thought I'd bust this thing out and just see how it works, man. As you can see, this is the only at Toys R Us variant. Very, very rare. Wow. It smells like another person's house. I'm sure they all didn't smell like that. This is a used one, so that's probably why, but this is what we got, man. The uprising begins here. Holy fuck. Are they recruiting us for a fucking war? This would be on the cover of a fucking Hunger Games novel, dude. We got the board here, I guess. Oh. We got a whole bunch of doodads here, so let's, by the time I'm done playing this game, I'll be able to take these screws out with my fucking head. My mind, I mean. There's something rattling in here too, which is not a good sign, but these actually take C batteries. I've never seen them before, so this is a first for me. And if they're C batteries, I hope they're waterproof.
Shut your fucking mouth!
Like, see? The uprising begins here. As soon as I fucking put these in, they're gonna start forwarding indoctrination thoughts into my head.
Hail John Lennon!
Okay, batteries are in. Now I need to put AAA batteries into the headset. Crazy that all these amazing devices are just powered by these little batteries, right? Time Machine I used a couple of videos ago. That was just batteries, and I got to travel back in time. It just goes to show you, man, just little things by One Direction. It's a good song. When I'm doing something like this, I would usually want to put my camera strapped to my forehead so you guys get a POV of what it's like to use a Mindflex. But I'm already gonna have another headband on, so I only have one head, unfortunately. So one head. Okay, so this is the forehead sensor right here. Forehead sensor, I hardly know her. So the thing about me is I have a very large head. I got a big noggin. Everybody in my family has one. They all have heads. That's a little loose, actually. Damn, this is for kids? Fuck, if I had a kid whose head was this big, I'd fucking send him back. All right. All right, as you can see, the headband is clearly upside down because the logo is clearly upside down, and it took me way too long to figure this out. Okay, make sure the forehead sensor located under the Mindflex logo is positioned above your left eye. This doesn't look right. Is this right? Ow, this hurts. What the hell? Is this right? I feel like this is wrong. So there's a Mindflex logo above my left eye, right? But then now it's all like that. That can't be right. Wait, it's upside down. Stupid fucking idiot, man. Okay, that makes a little more sense. I need all the help I can get. I hope this Mindflex makes me fucking smarter, because that was the dumbest shit I've ever done. Now we're cooking! Okay, wait, like, why am I eating? Attach the ear clips to each lobe so the metal sensors are flat against your skin. I am so locked in, you have no idea. While sitting as still as you can, turn on the headset. And here they are, the little balls. Turn on the console.
Select game.
Holy shit. Press the select button until you hear freestyle. Freestyle. Okay. Sitting here playing Mindflex. Shoddy said I got that nice sex. Hope I can make these balls float, cause if I do, then I'll be y'all's goat. Oh, shit. Press the enter button.
Begin.
Kill John Lennon. So I immediately tried concentrating to see if I could raise the little blue ball, and folks, I was flabbergasted.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I wojacked and it went down. Okay, sorry. I can't not wojack, dude. This is crazy, man. Sorry. Okay. Whoa. I know Mindflex isn't the most high-tech shit ever, but I truly did not think it was going to work so well immediately. I don't know why the hell dudes complain about blue balls. These things are awesome. Okay. This is actually fucking blowing my mind right now, dude. And then tried moving the ball around the track by cranking the little knob, and I was slowly getting the hang of raising and lowering the little blue ball. All right, I've noticed that like if you, it's kind of like a nonchalant thing. Like if you're like really locked in, it'll go up. But if you're just like, whatever, bro, starts to go down, right? So that's kind of the, this is a locked in machine. I then tried putting the ball through one of the little hoops, and I was having some difficulty. Come on. But then I absolutely locked in. I was more locked in than the man in my basement right now. Somebody help me! Shut up down there! Holy shit! If I had this when I was a kid, fully would have been convinced I had superpowers. Even I know how it works. I'm a 31-year-old man, and a part of me is like, I think that was just all you. I don't know if there was actually any air coming out of this at all. As much as I would just love to play this forever by myself and just have that be the end of the video, the box says you can play with 4 players. And I feel like I'd be doing a disservice to you guys. I wouldn't be giving you guys a full review if I didn't play this with someone. I think I'm gonna invite my friend Jacob over to play this with him, and I am gonna create the most diabolical, impossible obstacle course. And we'll see which one of us completes it first. We'll see who has let's see whose mind is more flexible. And I'm gonna take this off. Forgot these were clipped to my ears. Oh, see if that left an indent on my forehead. Okay, only a huge one. Whoa, bro, it's a crater, man. Am I gonna be okay? I gotta go to the grocery store right now, man. I'm gonna walk in there and everyone's gonna be like, mind flex, huh? I remember my first time. I spent the next 10 minutes assembling the most diabolical, difficult, brain-busting obstacle course this world has ever seen. I didn't tell Jacob what my video was about, so he texted me and asked, what's the video? And I said, it's a surprise. All I can say is prepare to have your mind blown. I'm gonna suck your mind's penis. And the next day, Jacob showed up and he was a little confused by the mysterious object hidden underneath this tablecloth. Jacob.
Curtis.
We've been friends for a long time, right? 10, 11 years now.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, since as long as we've known each other, I feel like we've always had this, you know, unspoken rivalry to see who's smarter, right? Right? Am I off kilter?
Yes. Yes, you're off kilter.
Oh.
I mean, no.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go again. Try to make me look like a fucking idiot with your photographic memory. Yeah. So I thought today would be pretty fun to finally put it to rest, to see who has the bigger brain.
You must be talking about my cancer. Are you talking about the tumor in my head?
I guess not. Maybe bigger was the wrong word. Underneath this tablecloth is something that will finally help us decide who between the two of us is smarter.
So this is one of those gotcha moments, huh?
No.
You're gonna try and get me and make me look stupid on camera.
No. I said prepare to have your mind blown.
Okay.
Do you know, are you familiar with this? So, MindFlex, I'll show you the commercial. Let's watch the commercial. Because this was a product available from 2009 to 2011.
MindFlex lets you move a ball with the power of your mind. We wanted to see how people react to playing MindFlex for the very first time.
Awesome. Mind-blowing.
A wireless headset transmits your level of brain activity to the console. The more you concentrate, the higher the ball rises. And MindFlex is the obstacle course game you can customize in hundreds of combinations.
It's very, you know, 2000s, late 2000s advertising to be like, this is the coolest fucking shit you'll ever see in your goddamn stupid life. Yeah. So I created this obstacle course that will test how smart we are and how functional our brains are, basically. Okay. Candidly, I've had a little bit of practice. I've tried it out before a little bit. So I'll let you try it out first just to get your
I got
reaction here.
Also, I do have a condition.
What? Wait, you have like a stomaching?
Yeah, I got a stomaching. I actually ate a bunch of those balls.
This has to go over just above your left eyebrow, and then also these clip onto your your ears. Now I'm gonna flip this on.
Okay. What exactly do I do?
Oh yeah, I totally forgot to explain how it works.
You've only just put this on my head and then turn that on.
This is a fan right here. You control the power of the fan, like how powerful it is. Like if you really just concentrate on the ball like floating, it'll go higher. But then if you relax, then it goes lower.
And that has to do with this.
Yeah, that reads your brain signals.
And this was popular.
It was popular for maybe a year.
I think I kind of remember seeing this.
I began teaching Jacob the basics of Mindflex, and his first instinct to lower the ball was to just completely look away from Mindflex, and I thought that was super funny. Okay. All right, so what's your first impressions of Mindflex?
Genuinely, no bit. Really cool.
I am amazed.
All right, so I was thinking it'd be fun to have a little go to see how long it would take each of us to finish the obstacle course. I mean, you're already strapped in. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, let's give it a whirl. So then, and hold on now. Like,
oh yeah, let's go through it. The obstacle course. Starting line is right here. You move the ball through the hula hoop. Oh god, yeah, it's wet. So you go through the little hula hoop, and then I think this one, it's kind of a free-for-all, but I think you can go either through that way or take it all the way up top shelf.
Should we make that extra points?
I think it was just a time thing that we're gonna do. I don't know if there's points, really.
I'm gonna make that. For me...
For you, okay, you'll get extra points if you do that, but next one probably will be the trickiest one, because you gotta go under, because if you go too high, the ball's gonna shoot you in the fucking face, get caught in your throat, you choke, I don't help, and you die. Or you eat it, yeah. But we got 3 more, so we're...
Well, like I told you earlier, I'm already eating like a billion.
Yeah, you're full of blue balls. And then next you do the teeter-totter, and then this one, the air is gonna blow this. So then you have to land the ball in here, and the ball is gonna blow it around, and then you have to go up, and for the final you got to go through this top hula hoop, and that will be it. So it might honestly take a while. I might have made it too hard.
This might genuinely,
yeah, I don't know how much time.
Take me about 30 or 40 minutes. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. He's thinking too much. He's having a little bit of trouble with the hula hoop. I gotta commentate.
You don't have to.
I have to.
It's a gentleman's game. Don't.
Okay, laughing is not good.
It's not good for it?
No, I guess not. It lost everything. Okay.
Shut up. It's dragging me like fucking crazy.
All right, he's through the first obstacle. Jacob was able to make it through the second obstacle pretty quickly, but this is when things got really difficult. This obstacle was insanely difficult because you have to keep the ball levitating as low as possible while rotating the fan really quickly, and if the ball gets too high, it shoots out of the funnel, and this was proving to be next to impossible. Fuck.
I really thought
I feel like this might be too hard. Is it impossible?
Let's try taking that out and let's see.
All right. So we removed the funnel obstacle because neither of us have a brain big enough to navigate the ball through all that bullshit. I reset Jacob's timer, and now he's at the teeter-totter, and he made it through that in no time. And then it was time for the second last obstacle. So what's supposed to happen is you land the ball in one of these holders, and you relax your mind so the fan gently blows the ball around to the other side. And this one might actually be more difficult than the funnel we just removed, so this one gave Jacob a really hard time.
I'm not looking at it. What the hell?
Oh, there you go.
No.
Oh my god. Okay, that actually might be impossible.
No, it's not. It's not. I can do this. I'm not an idiot.
And I've known Jacob for 11 years. I have never seen him more focused in my life.
I'm almost drooling. Did I do it?
And after a long and treacherous battle, Jacob finally made it through. And all he had to do was move the ball through one final hoop. Come on. Yeah! Holy shit. Okay, it took a few...
That actually, genuinely one of the hardest things I've ever done. Yeah, what was my final time?
5 minutes, 54 seconds.
I'd like to see you beat that. Is there a big...
Oh yeah, that's a little side effect.
Just tried the Mindflex. I just tried the Mindflex, went great.
I strapped on the headset in preparation for my turn with the Mindflex. And watching this back, I do feel really bad for putting Jacob through more head trauma by wearing that fucking tight-ass headband.
Whoa,
yeah.
Owie. I've never actually looked more like I have a brain tumor than I now. 3, 2, 1...
I was feeling really confident, but was immediately having issues with the first obstacle, which is like the easiest one, so things were not looking good. I forgot how fucking annoying this was. I made it through the second obstacle right around the same time Jacob made it through, so at this point, it was neck and neck. I don't know what was going on with my ball at this point though, but it was going back and forth like fucking crazy. There we go.
Force choke it.
Yeah. Okay, now I need to get it on one of these.
And, buddy, good luck.
I decided to use Jacob's technique of not paying attention at all to lower the ball, and it actually worked. Now I had to concentrate. Steady.
Easy does it.
Come on! Rise. Rise!
Oh! Oh my god!
Time! 3:38! 3:38! And I freaked it! I played Mindflex with Jacob and I freaked it. I feel like I learned a lot of the technique here from you doing it though.
Bring me into your house. You show me this futuristic game that I've never seen in my life. I think I kind of remember seeing this. Also, ow. You strap me up.
Okay.
Oh, what? I can't bring up that I...
okay.
I didn't get a good sleep last night? I didn't get a good sleep last night and now I have a headache. Ow. And then something you've been practicing like crazy.
I used it one time.
I don't have the money to afford this. I can't practice like you have.
You
got nothing going on.
How much that... Okay, ow. How much money do you think this was? That's not a number.
Pretty sure it might be. And you do this and you put on all your cameras and it's gonna go online and everyone's gonna go, what an asshole.
To
all
you.
the comments.
About you.
No.
For me?
Yes.
What did I do? I won.
You trapped me. You trapped me.
How?
You trapped me into looking like a dickhead.
You should have had better mind. I told you what this was. I said prepare to have your mind blown.
I wasn't ready. Don't post this online. Please don't post this online. Everyone's gonna make fun of me. Bring me back next week. Let me bring this home and practice.
You want me to do another video?
Can I have this?
Sure.
Can I have this toy?
Yeah, actually,
The
yeah.
kids are gonna love it.
You can have it.
I don't want it. I'll feel like an asshole.
You just... What do you want then? I made you look like a dickhead asshole.
Dickhead asshole is not smart.
And now I can look like an even cooler guy because I'm giving you a gift, a parting gift. You can have the mind flex. That just goes to show you it's not about who's the smartest out of the two friends. It's about who the nicer a guy is, and it's me.
Cool.
That's what friendship is all about, guys. Thank you, Mindflex. Sorry for this setup. I'm in a hotel room in Houston right now. Houston, we have an outro to film. If I had to give a Mindflex a rating out of 10, I think I'd probably give it like a, I don't know, like a 6, 7. 6, 7. Pushing 40, by the way. I think, honestly, I'd give it a 7. Mindflex is very fun when you first try it out because, obviously, it's your first time making a ball float with your mind. So the first time you do it, it's going to be exhilarating. But after that, it's just kind of like, you know, there's not much else to do with it, really. Like, I don't know if there was ever a kid out there waiting for the bell to ring so he could run home and play with his Mindflex, you know? And that's probably why there are so many Mindflexes available on eBay right now. The initial wow factor has subsided after 15 years, right? But I don't know, dude. Me and Jacob, we had a blast using Mindflex for that one time, okay? So I feel like it's worth it. If you've got like 30 to 100 bucks to spend and you want to have a really good time with your buddy for an hour or two, I'd say buy a Mindflex and have a good time. But just make sure you see a psychiatrist beforehand and just make sure that you're all good mentally, because I promise nothing will prepare you for the sight of a foam ball quivering 5 inches above the game console. Alright, thanks so much for watching this fun little video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please press the like button. Leave a comment. Let me know if you ever seen this Mindflex commercial, if you ever had one growing up. And also, I would love to do more fun, quick little videos like this where I try out these like old, weird products. So if you have any that you remember, comment them down below because I would love to do more of this because this is a lot of fun. And yeah, other than that, press the subscribe button. Come see my shows or whatever. That's it. I would stick around, but unfortunately, I have to go. I actually have a show in like an hour. So, see ya. Hey, Toronto. I just released more tickets for my special taping on December 14th at the Danforth Music Hall. So click the link in the description to get your tickets right now. And I've also got more Canadian dates coming up in the next few months, so get those tickets as well. See you guys. guys soon and enjoy the video. Folks, I'll say it, being a man is hard these days. It has never been more difficult to navigate the male experience than right now. Whenever I'm sitting down on the bus or the subway, women are always getting in the way of my legs. It's like, hello, I'm trying to spread out here, you asshole. It's relentless, you know, day after day with these relentless attacks from women. Oh, I left the toilet seat up? Yeah. That's cause there's my pee on there, and I didn't feel like cleaning it up. I am joking, obviously, but I do genuinely think it is the weirdest time to be a man on the internet right now. Not the most difficult by any means. It's kind of been smooth sailing forever for us dudes, but it is a weird time to say the least. There's a lot of weird men online grifting off of young, lonely, vulnerable men by promoting this a weird, like skewed, dated, and harmful version of masculinity. And I've noticed now, like, a lot of young men feel emboldened to engage in misogynistic behavior because of who they regularly watch online, or who knows, maybe it's because of the man who is currently the president of the United States.
Grab him by the pussy.
Who knows? And there's a certain trend going on right now involving a specific type of man that I really want to talk about today. Not only because I think it's very interesting, but also because I've kind of somehow become one of the fucking poster boys for this genre of man. And I'm of course talking about performative males. Now I know you're all probably thinking, what is a performative male? Is that those birthday cards that sing when you open them up? Yes, technically that is performative male, but I am talking about performative men. If you look up performative males on TikTok, you'll be bombarded with videos of dudes holding tote bags, drinking matcha lattes, listening to Clairo, and clipping Labubus to their belt loops. Now, unfortunately for me, I actually do all those things sometimes, except for clipping a Labubu on my belt loop. I do that all the time. I am kidding, by the way. I do want to go on record and say that I think Labubus are dumb and weird. If you want an ugly little freak attached to your hip all day, just have a baby. Other than that though, I don't see an issue with all the other stuff. Tote bags fit all my crap, matcha lattes taste really good, and Clairo makes good music. But the reason this type of man is labeled performative is people assume they aren't actually being genuine. People think it's all an act, a performance, if you will. The common opinion about this genre of guy is that they're only dressing this way and behaving like this so they can attract progressive women, so they can then slide their willies and their hoo-has. And you've seen these guys, these are the dudes reading feminist literature outside of cafes. They're writing poetry, keeping spare tampons and pads in his tote bags because he's an ally.
Oh my God.
Is he an ally or ally? But obviously people are a little skeptical when it comes to the sincerity of these men. But real quick, you are lying if you say you've never pretended to be interested in a certain topic to attract a specific person. Dude, I remember there was a girl I had a crush on in middle school, and she was like a huge fan of the Montreal Canadiens. So obviously I changed my MSN profile picture to the logo of the Montreal Canadiens. And every week little 12-year-old Kurt would just be like, how about that game last night? And I never watched a single game, dude. I couldn't, okay? I was too busy playing Adventure Quest and watching Chris Angel Mind Freak. But if she knew all of that, she wouldn't have talked to me. I mean, she didn't really talk to me that much about the hockey team either, but still, obviously it's a little different pretending to like a hockey team and then pretending to think like women are people, but hockey, feminism, it's... I think everybody has been performative to an extent. I'm a different person with my grandparents than I am with my best friends. It's a part of life. We put on slightly different performances based on who we're with. Look at Travis Kelce with his ex, and now look at Travis Kelce with his current partner. Wow. But this trend of performative feminist men has absolutely exploded these past few months, and I, unfortunately, have been lumped into this group, mostly because I look a lot like these dudes. Mullet, mustache, tattoos, you know. And I can take the criticism to a certain extent, but I gotta defend myself a little bit here. Because guys, I have had this look for fucking years, bro. I grew a mullet way back in 2020. I grew a mustache a year after that, and I started getting tattooed 12 years ago.
Do not cite the deep magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written.
And also, dude, the whole reason that performative males are doing this is so they can get with women. I'm married, you fucking idiots. I've been with my wife for like 10 years, dude. Leave me alone. So I want to get ahead of any of these boring ass fucking tweets that are gonna 100% they're gonna screenshot this thumbnail and the title, and they're gonna be like, the call is coming from inside the house, not the pot calling the kettle black. Because every few months, dude, like clockwork, a tweet making fun of how I look will do fucking numbers, dude. And people will tag me like fucking crazy, and I've had enough, okay? I am putting my foot down. Don't be sad. She's an old foot. She's had a very long life. It's okay. Exhibit A. So so sick of seeing this genre of man. And this is the one that started it all. Picture of me and iDubbbz. Just gonna say I had to look way before him, okay? Hello. Prepare for me to periodically pop up throughout this video because while I was editing, I found more stuff and also thought of more stuff. So I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this so sick of this genre of man screenshot. It goes viral every few months. And, you know, it does suck to see it all the time, but I've realized, you know, over the years that it's actually like bringing people together, which is really nice. I've seen like dozens of right-wing alpha male bros make fun of how I look because of this picture. But that's not all, okay? I actually just saw this page, women's rights _news, which is a page dedicated to intersectional feminism, gender equality, pro-choice, abortion rights, and health and reproductive rights. All those are great in my books. But they also just reposted it as well. So, you know, that one stings extra hard. But, you know, it is comforting to know that no matter where you stand on feminism, both sides can agree that I look dumb. That's nice. If you guys are so pro-choice, then you guys should be okay with the choice I made to get this fucking haircut and stupid mustache, bro. Shame. Shame on you guys. And another one. There's a factory out there manufacturing this specific kind of man, and I'm going to find it and compromise its structural integrity with a pressure cooker. Hobo Johnson? Come on. What is this genre of man called? 9 million views, dude. I used to love this picture of me, and I would like to formally apologize for its consequences. Oh yeah, and this one, we got a video next. Is this a safe space to say that I have a strong dislike for this specific type of man? Oh yeah, got me good. Ouch, that one stings. How dare you put me in a slideshow with Jacob Elordi and Hassan Piker? How will I recover from that one? And then there's the most recent one. Performative male or 1980s serial killer. How many can you guess correctly? And then there's pictures of guys with mustaches. And you know what? I'll admit that one's pretty funny. You know, at least it's creative. It is pretty shocking seeing how similar I look to a 1980s serial killer. But not as shocking as the number of people I killed in the 80s. Also, hey, I think an easy way to tell which one is the serial killer is if the photo you're looking at is a mugshot. I don't know if the guy posing for a selfie with an AirPod in his ear is the 1980s serial killer. And some of the comments on this post are fucking crazy. There's no difference. One kills your body and the other one kills your soul. How bro felt after commenting that. Also, very funny to say that there's no difference and then immediately explain the difference. Thankfully, people are defending me in the comments though, so that is very nice of them. Thank you guys. Kurt, don't listen to them. We won't let them hurt you. Curtis has been rocking a bullet and a mustache. A bullet? Curtis has been rocking a mullet and a mustache forever, and he has a wife. I don't think he's preformative. Joke's on you, I am preformative. I'm a fetus. How is Curtis up here with the others? Man does a video on the game chair. Is that secretly a feminist performance? First off, not a chair.
That's a chair.
But yes, it is actually. That video of me sitting alone on a Video Gear command center crying about my dead stepfather, that was actually done to impress people. Like, why the fuck do I get looped in with this shit? I don't understand. My last video was me and my friend playing with a Mindflex. If you watched that video and you were like, what a performative man, you actually have a hollow head. There's nothing in there. Hello again. So while I was editing this video, I found like way more examples of this, but I saw one in particular that was just truly batshit insane. There was an Instagram reel with a wolf in sheep's clothing, and it also had the classic picture of me and iDubbbz in it at the end. So first off, you're calling me a wolf? Okay. That's fucking cool. Thank you. Wolves are awesome. Inside of me are 2 wolves, and I am both of them. But that wasn't the craziest part of it, dude. The craziest part was the comment on this Instagram reel that got 6,300 likes. I'm soup happy. I'm soup happy are finally recognizing Curtis as performative. For real, he honestly pisses me off. How is he performative? What did he do? It just be the vibes, Loke. Like every time he talks about politics, it's so surface level and safe, and he talks about them a lot. He'll just say stuff like, guys, now hurting people is not cool, I'm calling this now. One day something's are gonna come up about him, because I don't know. There's something that's just off. Hey dude, and I say this with so much love. Touch grass. Literally, open your front door and walk outside. It will do wonders for your brain, I promise. This is why I try to ignore anything I see about me on the internet, because people are just so fucking cooked, man. Like, could you imagine if a judge was like, now I know all the evidence points towards the crime being committed by a completely different person, but I don't know. It'd just be the vibes, low-key. Send him to the electric chair at once. And also, dude, this part of the comment, he only talks about politics at the surface level. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a comedian, man. I don't have a fucking degree in politics. And also, I don't think this person does either, based on all their fucking spelling mistakes, dude. Sorry I don't give a fucking 100,000 word dissertation in my videos every time I talk about fucking politics, bro. And I'm sorry, if you're clicking on my videos expecting that, you're an idiot. I feel like I've subtracted IQ points from my brain after researching shit for this video, but I just had to talk about that after seeing that because that was truly wild. What the fuck are we talking about, guys? Let's all just go outside. All right, back to me. I guess I've made several videos sort of denouncing toxic masculinity and misogyny and stuff. So I guess I'm performative for doing that. But I mean, that's... And obviously, it's annoying to see people, you know, make assumptions about you and your character. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I don't care what anybody says about me, because then I'd be lying. And to an extent, I think you could call any YouTuber or creator performative because you're only seeing what they choose to show you. This is a performance for an audience, okay? And don't get me wrong, I understand the frustration towards this type of man because it can be hard to discern when people are being genuine or not. So with this video, I want to figure out if there is actually a foolproof way to learn whether or not a man is actually being performative. And according to engagement farmers on the internet, I am an authority figure on this subject, apparently, so what I say goes. I have compiled a small sample of performative males, and I thought it'd be fun to look at some of the accused, and together, we will get to the bottom of this. So let's start with our first performative male.
I think it's really funny that I dress like this and give off like tough, like a tough sort of thing going on. And then I cry to Phoebe Bridgers in the shower, and I listen to C Rose and Boy Genius. And the dichotomy is crazy. But I don't even listen to hardcore music that much. Look at this shirt. It's my friend's tattoo brand. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Later.
All right, bro. That was not, I didn't like that. I did not like watching that one. It's a little weird to cry to Phoebe Bridgers in the shower. She'll be fine. It's just water. I think after watching this video, my gut is leaning towards performative. Because like, you can dress however you want and listen to whatever you want. Truly, nobody gives a fuck. But to set the camera up and then just keep talking and then just post all of that? Come on, man. I do feel bad that people were really making fun of him for this, but like, I don't know, you gotta have a little self-awareness, pal. You know what I mean? Could you imagine someone saying this to you in person? Crazy how I like look this way, but like, I'm sensitive and shit. I actually think Boy Genius should be called Girl Genius, because they are. Where'd you go? And also, hey man, I'll say it.
I'm about to say it.
The dichotomy isn't crazy. It's really not. I would not assume that this guy listens to hardcore music. Like, not even for a second. Have you ever been to a hardcore show? No one actually dresses like that, dude. Dude, every guy at a hardcore show dresses like a fucking software developer, okay? They're all nerds, man. I feel like if you wore that exact outfit to a hardcore show, people would assume you are an undercover cop. Greetings, fellow rock and rollers. The dichotomy is crazy. And what rhymes with dichotomy? I gotta be. As in, I gotta be doing some hard drugs tonight. Who has some? This video was posted by a guy named Sam Wilmot. And after this video went viral, he sadly deleted his TikTok. I guess he will not live that down. So because he deleted his TikToks, the only TikToks I could find of his were ones that people stitched, like this one.
So I guess it's funny because I 100% am baby girl. I spent my Sunday journaling.
Yeah, so I guess another performative male stereotype is journaling, which I'm not even 100% sure like what that is exactly. Okay, I just looked it up. Journaling is the act of writing what you have done each day, sometimes including your private thoughts, feelings, and goals. Okay, so like a diary. It's a diary, right? Your masculinity is so fragile you can't even use the word diary. Come on, bro, man up. Man up and call that shit a diary, okay? And you can use it as a verb, I'm sure, right? Yeah, I spent my Sunday diarrheaing. Also, maybe this is just because I'm immature, but personally, I can't picture a dude like genuinely like sitting down and journaling. I don't want to say like guys can't journal, but I just like, me personally, I can't picture doing that. I just feel like guys don't take things seriously enough to actually do that, right? Especially someone who's pretending to journal to get with women. Hey, what are you doing? Oh. This is so embarrassing. I'm journaling. Oh my God, I love that. What do you write in your journal? I think the better question is, what don't I write in my journal? From my deepest, darkest fears to my hopes and dreams and anything in between. It's a glimpse into the inner workings of my mind, and I find it really therapeutic to just get out my thoughts and feelings on paper. That's beautiful. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I've got a large iced matcha latte for Braxton.
That's me. I'll be right back. I'll be here. This is what matcha tastes like? Ah, I hate this more than women voting. Aw. He's the worst. When it comes to fucking Dr. Dichotomy over here, I can't say for certain if he's being performative or not because I don't know him personally, right? But I mean, if the shoe fits, you know? If the Doc Marten fits, I guess. My main critique really is he just set the camera up and then just like said all of these things about himself, you know? If this was a candid video of him genuinely weeping in the shower to Phoebe Bridgers, then I'd be humming a different tune. So until I get that video, for now, I am gonna give this guy the stamp, okay? He is performative. Let's take a look at the next suspect.
Do you get attached after sex?
Do I get attached after making love?
Do you make love to everyone?
Yeah.
Everyone? I don't want to.
It's a big decision, you know, to let someone in and be comfortable with them.
Oh, brother!
So yeah, I do make love with people I make love with.
Oh, what? Dude, even if he is being 100% genuine, I cannot believe this is a real guy, dude. That's crazy. And I feel like you can tell when guys are purposely making their voice lower. Don't get me wrong, I did that all the time when I was 13. But that's when you're supposed to do it, dude. I was a literal child walking around school like, yo guys, my mommy packed me Lunchables today. But come on, bro, you're an adult.
I fall in love so fast, and I'm so sensitive. And I'm very picky.
Yeah, I don't know if I buy it, pal. This is the type of dude to like say all this and then like love bomb you like crazy and then just ghost you forever, you know? Also, speaking of, guys, we gotta call love bombing something else, okay? We gotta change that name. Love bomb? That sounds like a big hug or something, right? Here comes a love bomb. I think it should be used for like if you haven't seen someone in a really long time, okay? Maybe if a loved one comes back from a vacation finally, you meet them at the airport and you scream as loud as you can in the airport. Here comes a love bomb! Okay, sorry, back to the TikTok. I forgot, I didn't show you the end. I didn't show you the end of the TikTok. It's the best part.
I tend to really be into it, and I get attached.
I imagine that's not even part of the video. Those were just transmitted into the cameraman's brain.
Leave me alone!
I think it's safe to say this motorcycle man is being a tad performative. I think he's trying to seem more deep and emotional than he actually is. You know, because when the girl asked him that question, he could have just said yes. Yes, I do get attached after sex. He could have just said yes. But no, dude, he had to pull all that bullshit. I never use the word fuck. I say make love.
Yo, nice motorcycle pussy.
Make love off, man. But again, this is the hard part of figuring out, because like maybe, who knows, maybe this guy is actually like that. We don't know. It's really hard to tell, but I mean, and I hate to do two in a row, but my gut is telling me he gets a stamp too, okay? He is performative as well, I'm sorry. Okay, let's look at another guy. When you've been performative reading Foreign Affairs magazine for 20 minutes, but forgot to pretend to turn the page. Okay, sorry this man isn't reading quick enough for you. Like, do you think Albert Einstein breezed through every single book he read? No. He probably read the same page over and over and over again until he thoroughly understood it. And you're just laughing at this guy. This man is trying to figure out a way to stop foreign people from cheating on their spouses, and you're laughing? I assume that's what Foreign Affairs magazine is about. I am unfamiliar. And also I hate this video because like, you could just be lying. Maybe he was turning the pages. You just caught him while he was not turning the pages, and he can be like, yeah, he was actually on the page for 20 minutes. Like, we don't know if you were fucking lying or not, right? Drop the extended cut of this TikTok, okay? The director's cut. And I will say, okay, if I can be earnest, it does objectively suck to make fun of someone for reading in public. Like, sure, if a guy is reading a Ben Shapiro book in public, for sure make fun of him, dude. That guy's a fucking loser. But the whole thing with performative males is like they're out in public reading fucking Sylvia Plath or Margaret Atwood. And I think it's kind of counterintuitive to shame men for reading progressive literature when people often complain about men not reading enough progressive literature, right? Hello again for a third time. I wanted to touch on something really quick. After talking to my wife about this topic, she actually brought up a really good point that I didn't think about myself, which is actually kind of the point in and of itself. As a man, I'm a male. I will never relate to or fully understand a book like The Handmaid's Tale or The Bell Jar or Jane Eyre because I don't personally know what it's like to be a woman, and I never will. Like, that is a completely different lived experience, and I will never in my life know what that is truly like. That's like if I read the Malcolm X autobiography and I was like, damn, he's just like me for real. Like, that'd be insane. So I do understand why women assume men aren't being genuine when they read feminist books, especially in public. Like, if you and your friends had a secret handshake, and then one day you saw other people doing the exact same secret handshake, you'd be like, what the fuck, bro? That's our shit. That's our thing. You don't know anything about that. Stop at once. Kind of like that, but Not at all? I don't know. I don't know if that's a good comparison or not. But I think the point I'm trying to make is although men won't ever like 100% fully relate to a book about what it's like to be a woman, it definitely couldn't hurt in the long run to read a book like that and at least try to learn something new and better yourself. Like I'm sure these books are way more beneficial to read if you want to improve yourself than those fucking books that are like hashtag fuck that shit. 100 beast mode tips to level up your life like a boss. Forward by Gary V's hairline. That's what I was trying to say, but back to the video. I'm sure I'll see you again. And I know this whole thing is a joke and a meme, and I understand why girls are making fun of dudes for doing shit like this because, you know, to be fair, I guess women have been made fun of for doing anything publicly for like the forever. So it's only fair, but at the same time, and I hate to be that friend that's too woke, but I think making fun of dudes who are genuinely interested in feminist literature and automatically labeling them as performative or manipulative, I don't know, I feel like it's probably gonna discourage them and other young men from engaging and adapting more feminist and progressive ideologies, right? Call me crazy, but I'd rather a guy read the same page of a foreign affairs magazine for 20 minutes than sit down and listen to 3 hours of the Joe Rogan Experience. It kind of brings me back to what I mentioned at the beginning of the video, how it's kind of just like a weird time to be a man on the internet right now. There's been like a calculated targeting of young men from conservative news outlets and the current administration in the United States. In the 2024 election, 54% of young men voted for Donald Trump, a convicted felon with several SA accusations against him. That is 54% too many, in my opinion. So if there are dudes out there genuinely engaging in feminist progressive literature, that is good, I think. Also, like, when did reading a book become performative, you know? It's books. Dude, they're books. You're gonna walk into a library, see a little kid reading The Rainbow Fish and be like, hey, somebody come get their performative ass kid, bro. I guess if you don't want to be made fun of for reading in public, you just gotta read a book that isn't performative at all. I'm trying to think of the least performative book a man can read in public. I mean, it's gotta be the 2001 Guinness Book of World Records, right? Dude, whipping that shit out at a coffee shop, dude? Oh my God, that would be so badass. You don't even order a coffee there either, dude. You whip out that big purple book and you slam a fucking 2-liter of Mountain Dew on that table, and then you read that fucker, and every time you flip to a new page, you go, whoa, cool. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next performative male now. This next guy is named Montaigne, but some of you guys might recognize this guy from this epic rap video he made.
I never get tired of the hate. You gotta be good before you ever be great. And I know the hate comments only happen cause they boy.
Cut that boy.
Cause they boy.
And then obviously everybody was calling him the cut that boy guy.
Cause they boy.
Cut that boy. But this guy makes a lot of videos where he's like, do you guys want to hear another disgusting secret about men that they don't want you to know? And then he'll just go on to say a bunch of stuff that doesn't really make sense to me.
Hey, his standards while he's drinking are not the standards that he's gonna have when he wakes up. So they boy.
But he uploaded a video recently that some people have labeled as performative, so let's check that one out.
Every single man that you will ever meet for the rest of your days as a single person, okay, is simply a combination of every woman's cool traits that he knew before you met him. That is it. That every cool guy, ran through or not, is simply just a combination of every cool woman that came before you.
Yeah, I think that's just being a person. I think that's just being a human. Everyone you meet is a product of every person that they've ever come into contact with. I think that's just a human experience, right? I don't know if it's just exclusive to women though, you know? Like you can develop cool traits from men as well, I think, right? There are many men in my life that have rubbed off on me. Not like that! Hold up! Not like that! I wish! But the way Cut A Board worded this implies that every trait that men possess is solely from women. Even if you meet the most evil, hateful, racist, misogynistic man in the entire world. Again, that is a woman's fault that he is like that, okay? Good message, man. It also sounds fucking terrifying, dude. Every man is just a combination of every woman he's ever met. That's horror movie shit, dude. Imagine you show up for a blind date and the man waiting for you has the arm of a woman he met at the grocery store, the legs of his mom, the eyeballs of his second-grade English teacher, the mouth of his ex-girlfriend, and he's just like, hey, boy! This is also frustrating because, like, dude, his video implies that men are incapable of being good role models for other men, which is just untrue. Don't get me wrong. There are obviously millions of bad role models for men out there, especially on the internet. I feel like the bar is pretty low to be considered a good role model for men. But still, that doesn't mean there aren't positive traits that you can get from the men in your life, right? For example, my stepfather, may he rest in peace. He taught me so much, dude. He showed me how to cut my hands underneath a hand dryer in the perfect way to make a really loud fart sound. Good men exist. In terms of being performative, Kareboa genuinely seems like at least a little more genuine than the other guys, which is kind of crazy. He had every opportunity to become a full-on right-wing grifter after everybody made fun of him for the fucking Kareboa thing, but you know, he stuck to his guns and he kept making this content. You know, and I gotta respect that. I do find this video in particular a little ironic though, because his caption for this obviously pro-women video is Brandy sweater at Brandy Melville. Bro, Brandy Melville? Bruh. How the hell are you gonna make a video essentially saying men are only cool because every woman they've ever met is unique and different and distinctive? And right below that, you're like, anyways, I got this sweater from a place that makes clothing for strictly skinny girls. It's just a little odd to like hype up women while you're wearing a sweater from a company with a long history of bigotry and body shaming towards women specifically. Dare I say it? The dichotomy is crazy. But like I said, this trend of performative males, or the trend of making fun of them at least, has absolutely exploded. And when things get popular these days, they have a contest about it in local parks. So I have seen tons of videos on TikTok of these performative male contests all over North America where dudes will show up and perform as performative males to win the title of most performative male. This one was actually kind of cool. It was kind of like a fashion show where each contestant walked and showed off their books and tote bags and lattes. And it's actually bringing people together, which is actually kind of nice. But I gotta say, you guys are fucking amateurs, bro. Coming from the leader of the performative males, you guys blew it. I know an easy way to win this shit. While everyone is walking in the circle, showing off their stuff to the crowd, here's what you do. You hang out on the outskirts of the circle, and you're reading The Handmaid's Tale, and you're sipping a matcha latte. You're not even paying attention to the fucking contest that's going on, because you're too cool for that shit. And that's when you pull out the Claro record, and then you fucking drive out of there, dude. And a few weeks later, you'll get your prize in the mail. Performative male. And hey, these contests are fun and silly, but also they kind of bum me out a little bit, mostly because one of these contests used a fucking picture of me on the flyer. But also, what started as a very fair critique about men who feign interest in feminism to attract women, it has kind of devolved into hey, look at this guy reading a book. What a fucking pussy. Let's kill him. And I know it's tongue-in-cheek, but I don't know, I just feel like all these contests are a little ironic to me. I feel like the type of dudes who would enter this contest are only there to be like, ladies, don't guys like this suck? I'm not like these performative males that you hate so much. Therefore, you should sleep with me instead. Which is exactly what the performative males are doing in the first place that you're making fun of, right? And this isn't the first time a trend like this has happened either. History repeats itself on the internet every few years, okay? I made a video back in like 2019 about soft boys, which were like, you know, quiet, artsy guys. You know, they act like a sweet, innocent boy, but in reality, they're doing all that just to hook up with girls, right? Dude, it's the exact same. And before that, in fucking 2012, it was hipsters who rode fucking fixie bikes and dressed like lumberjacks while listening to Mumford & Sons, okay? It is a constant cycle, it never ends. And to be honest, I don't know if making fun of like actual performative men, I don't know if that's gonna make them better people either, which sucks. I think if they're genuinely like being performative and then they get called out on it, I think they're just gonna drop the act and become even bigger assholes. And like, is that better? I don't know if it is. Do you want guys reading fucking Jordan Peterson books in public instead? No, of course not. If they're skimming through like some feminist literature, maybe they'll catch a stray at least. You know, a shred of knowledge, you know, who knows? I just really hope that this trend isn't giving people the impression that being progressive and reading feminist literature is a bad thing and that you deserve to be made fun of for doing so. Sadly, it's like already making men like proud of not reading books. Like this video I found of a guy bragging about being an anti-performative man. Yeah, he's got videos of him lifting weights, you know, and watching sports, pictures of him playing video games. Which when you think about it is very funny because he's like saying all this, he's not a performative man, but like he's kind of just performing for a different group of people. Which kind of brings me to the point I think I'm trying to make in this video. Like I said in the beginning, it's a very odd time to be a guy. So I mean, it's kind of a weird time to be a person in general, but for centuries, humans have performed for one another to a certain degree. It's literally what we do. We dress a certain way to let people know what we're all about. We talk different ways with different friend groups. And people often exaggerate things about themselves to seem a little more attractive to people, right? Even in the animal kingdom, this exists, dude. Peacocks? Chill, bro. Those are the most performative creatures in the world, dude. Like, bro, we get it. To be fair, I would be extra as hell too if my name was Peacock. Dude, that sucks. That's like being named Poop Butt. But with the rise of social media and the fact that everybody has a top-of-the-line video camera in their pocket 24/7, we now have to subconsciously perform for everybody all the time, even when we're not using our phone. People put specific things for their profile picture and their bio. Like you're putting on this persona that you want to show others. It's just all a performance all the time to every single person in the world forever. Because you don't know when you'll end up as the subject or, if you're lucky, the background character of someone's fucking TikTok. And this happened to me, dude. I went to a Blue Jays game last summer and I ended up in the background of these fucking kids' selfies. And then one of those kids' sister posted a fucking TikTok about it. Look at that. I look like shit. Now when I'm out and about, I gotta do this all the time. In all seriousness, I think to live is to perform. And you kind of have to accept that everyone in your life is performing to a certain extent. So it's important to have like genuine conversations with the people in your life to see what they're actually all about. I feel like I use this analogy a lot, but it's kind of like the Philosopher's Stone or the Sorcerer's Stone to the Americans. Like instead of trying to use a false interest in feminism to attract women, if you just genuinely like read feminist literature and actually learned like the basic ethical principles of feminism, I feel like in turn you will just naturally become a better, more well-rounded human being, which in turn will make you more attractive to women, which is what you want in the first place, dude. So everybody wins, dude. Ladies, you gotta start quizzing these dudes. Oh, you're a feminist? Name 5 songs. In conclusion, if you are a young man watching this video, dress how you want, listen to what you want, drink what you want, but make sure it is what you want. Don't try to change who you are to attract people because it is not going to work in the long run, okay? And that is coming from a happily married man, okay? I know what I'm talking about. These other fucking dudes who are like, I'm an alpha male, this is how men are. They're all single, dude. They're alone, they're lonely. I know what I'm talking about. And also, I will say this, you can call me performative all you want. Reading books is good, okay? When you're done watching this video, don't click off. When you're done watching this video, go read some, okay? I will say the block is a little hot right now for us fellas. So if you do want to read feminist literature, which I think you should, don't do it in public right now, okay? It's not gonna bode well for you. Here's what you do, okay? You go out middle of the night and you perch on the ledge of a skyscraper in the rain like Batman, and you alone, secretly, you can finally read your copy of The Bell Jar. And if people still somehow make fun of you for that, just know people are only hating Kanebo. Hello again for the last time. I was gonna end the video here, but I feel like I missed out on some points that I wanted to address. I touched on everybody... No, I didn't. I touched on everybody being quote-unquote performative all the time because of social media, but I feel like I didn't talk enough about how people are using the word performative in this particular sense. I just want to drive the point home that seeing a man dress or behave in a feminine way and automatically labeling him as performative, it's really just a creative, like, roundabout way to perpetuate patriarchal ideologies. Because what you're essentially saying is men should only look one particular way, and that is big. Tough and manly. While women are the ones that should be behaving in this more feminine way. When in reality, people should be free to look and behave any way they want to, regardless of societal gender norms, you know? Like, I swear this performative male trend feels like a fucking anti-woke psyop that was created so young people can, like, covertly engage in, like, 1950s sexism, you know? Like, it harkens back to, like, the 90s and the early 2000s when people were using the term metrosexual. You remember that shit? Like, if a guy just brushed his teeth and got regular haircuts, people were like, what the fuck, bro? Go Mr. Metrosexual over here, dude. But again, I think making jokes about performative men is fine, you know, because I fucking just did that for a half hour. But to be honest, I really don't know if any of these guys I talked about in this video are actually performative, because I don't personally know them. Just like how those people on the internet were labeling me as performative, right? They don't personally know me either. So I'm no better than the people I was complaining about if I'm over here labeling all these dudes as performative as well, right? So with that, I would like to revoke all my performative stamps that I gave out during this video. And I would like to replace all of them with a cornball stamp, okay? Because I can say with full confidence that all those videos I watched were corny as fuck, okay? Moral of the video, someone pretending to be someone they're not in order to, like, get laid, that's gross. No matter what, that's disgusting. But it's especially gross if the person they are pretending to be is a feminist, because that adds a whole other layer to it, you know? Feminism is the advocation of gender equality, so if you're pretending to think of women as your equal in order to have sex with them, then therefore that means you, like, automatically think less of them, which is kind of fucking crazy. So if someone is doing that, make fun of them like crazy. They absolutely deserve it. I don't know. If someone is just fucking reading a book, drinking a little green drink, and carrying a tote bag, all the power to them, man. Go nuts. But my mission at the beginning of the video was to see if there's an actual definitive way to tell if a man is being performative? Like, how can you really like see 100% for certain that a man is performative? And I think if you really want to see a performative male, you should come see me perform at one of my shows. I am literally a man performing all over Canada in November and December. These are all the cities. And guys, tickets are still available to my special taping in Toronto. It's going to be awesome. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please press the like button, okay? Because believe it or not, 1 like equals 1 mustache hair I will pluck from my face. Yeah, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about all this shit. I feel like this is one of those videos that people will be much more knowledgeable than I am about this, and I'm excited to read the comment. All right, that's it. I would stick around, but unfortunately, I have some diarrheaing I gotta do. See ya.